What is going on, peasants? My name is JB, and we are back here today with some more Madden 23, but a little bit different. Not going to be Panthers franchise episode today. That'll be here in a day or two. Not sure when. But today we're actually going to be doing our first full-length rebuild of a team here in one video. We're going to be rebuilding the Las Vegas Raiders, and we're going to take maybe a more realistic approach, at least in some aspects, because there are a lot of questions with this team right now. They've, benched Derek Carr, and it really feels like they are ready to move on from him this offseason, and he seems to be okay with it. It feels like one of those situations where he'll have like a preferred list of teams that he would like to be traded to. He does have a no trade clause too, which is worth pointing out in this whole thing. But the Raiders will obviously try to move him to one of those teams, probably a more win now situation. But something else that's kind of looming over this whole situation is Davante Adams. Now, I don't want to say that Davante Adams, or I don't want to say that Derek Carr is the only reason that the Raiders were able to get Davante Adams, but it really feels like Derek Carr is the only reason Davante Adams is on this team. So if, Carr ends up going, does that mean a Davante Adams trade is right behind that? Does he want to go, stay teammates with Derek Carr? Does he want to go to that same team? Who really knows? I think you probably don't keep both. I don't think there's any way you keep both, but I think there's a very real possibility that if they can't keep Derek Carr, that they won't be able to keep Davante Adams either. I think he'll want to. Obviously, he has a huge contract. There is also another situation to talk about with this, and that might obviously be able to keep Davante Adams around, and that is the Tom Brady question mark. There's kind of like a short list of teams that Brady might consider playing for if he ends up playing next year. The Raiders are on that. There's obviously the rumors with Miami that Miami ended up losing their pick for that whole tampering thing. There's some talk about the Jets now, that Brady might want to go to a more win now ready team, which is hilarious, saying win now and Jets in the same season, but their defense is definitely ready. So yeah, there's a lot of questions. So, if you're able to get a guy like Brady, you get to keep Davante Adams for a year. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions going on with the Raiders. So I thought they'd be a fun team to look at and try to rebuild. And for the sake of the rebuild, we obviously are going to be moving on from Derek Carr, but in free agency, if Tom Brady's there, I think we might try to sign him and win at least for the second year. Could obviously still look to draft a quarterback in that scenario, but if Tom Brady retires and isn't in free agency or just really doesn't want to come here, I don't know, maybe we trade Davante Adams too. We'll figure that out in the offseason. We'll figure all of this out in the offseason. We're going to go ahead and force wins to make the Raiders what their record is in real life. It's currently 6-10, so we will be forcing that as well. And then we haven't even talked about the defense. We haven't even touched on it, and it's an okay group. Max Crosby, obviously one of the best pass rushers in the league, but he's kind of been this team's only good player on defense this season. Chandler Jones has had a few good moments. Obviously, he sent Mac Jones into the Shadow Realm, but I don't know. You gave him a ton of money to be this huge, upgrade at pass rush, and he's been kind of whatever for the most part. Their cornerback depth is terrible. Nate Hobbs is a good slot corner. Rocky Yacine is okay, but they don't really have like that true number one corner. Trayvon Merrick is a good player. Their defensive line is abysmal. Their linebackers are kind of whatever as well. Deron Harmon's good, but like ancients. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of turnover that could come with this defense as well. So yeah, definitely a long way from figuring some stuff out, but in game, some fun talent on the roster. Obviously Max Crosby's going to be a monster. Trayvon Merrick's a monster. Another question is Josh Jacobs. Do you pay a running back? Sometimes these second contracts don't exactly work out for running backs. You can look at your examples where they do work out. Like Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones hasn't worked out for the most part. But I mean, has Zeke's contract really been a success? I don't know. You tell me. I can't really think of any other just horrible examples off the top of my head. But typically, a lot of running backs don't usually get, huge second contracts, but in game, it's totally different than in real life. I think we'll probably just keep Josh Jacobs around because you don't get much better than a 94 overall 24-year-old. So all of that out of the way, we're gonna have to be a very eventful offseason. So let's go ahead and just get into that. Past the halfway point because I've kind of forgot I was gonna try to re-sign some players, but we do have a few people here that could potentially be looking for new contracts. Only 62 mil to work with, which isn't a small number by any means, but it's also not a big number considering we might be taking some cap penalties in game because you can't like defer. You can't really say who's gonna pay the contract when in real life, obviously if you're trading a player, team you're trading the two will oftentimes take a lot of the guaranteed money on, but can't really do that in Madden. You just have to take the cap penalty. Speaking of taking the cap penalty, I think we're just going to go ahead and give Josh Jacobs a pretty hefty offer to come back. Again, in real life, is he going to get a huge extension? Probably not. I think he probably just ends up getting franchise tag because he is really damn good. But in game, totally different than in real life. You're just not going to do much better than Josh Jacobs in game. So the length is bringing this offer way down. I give you a 5-year deal, sir. I guess we'll give him a 6. Rock Ya-Sin, I'd be fine with a short-term deal. He's not an amazing corner, but he's a good depth piece to have at the very worst, and that's a pretty fair contract for him, about $5 million per year over the next 3. Anthony Averett, I think we can do better. Dreon Brown, we can definitely do better. Illuminor, no. Fuster Moreau, no. Keelan Cole, no. Sidney Jones, we can do better. I like Sidney Jones. I think he's 72 is way too low for him. Oh, Seattle Sidney Jones maybe, but I didn't even know he was on the Raiders, I'm gonna be honest. Netani Muti, in game, he's worth signing. Injuries are just the big thing with him. I'll give him a 3-year deal. All right. Cleveland Ferrell, no. Jerry Tillery, maybe. Jerry Tillery is another guy, just age and development trait. He might be good depth to have. I'll give him a 2-year deal. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to pay him much more than that. Obviously didn't think he was going to sign, but worth a shot. Okay, those are the guys I'm going to try to bring back. And if I get him back, you'll know. If I don't, well then, whatever. I gave Josh Jacobs a 6th year and he's back. Okay. 3 years, 15 mil for Netani Muti is going to be the offer, and he signs that. Cool. Already dished out 30 million, which is way more than I wanted to spend. So yeah, I don't think we're going to bring anyone else back. Yep, looks good to me. All right, see you in the offseason. All right, made it here to the Super Bowl, and we will go ahead and take a look at the roster just see if we had any development trait upgrades. We ended up going 6-11 on the year, so we lost in week 18 to Kansas City, which, you know, probably good indication of what might happen IRL. I don't know. Is Madden accurate? You guys let me know. We'll know. Actually, you guys will definitely know by the time this video comes out. I don't know when this video is coming out. I'm recording this on Friday night, so yeah. You guys let me know. Either way, Derek Carr actually had a pretty good year. Bunch of yards, bunch of touchdowns, bunch of interceptions though, most importantly. Rushing, Josh Jacobs was okay. A little over 1,000 yards, almost 1,100, 11 touchdowns, so not a bad year. Receiving, Devontae Adams was magnificent, 1,800 yards, only 8 touchdowns though. Touchdowns got spread out quite a bit with 7 for Waller, 6 for Mac Hollins on almost 800 yards. Waller finishing 1 yard shy of 1,000. Hunter Renfrow with 5 tutties, and Josh Jacobs with 3 through the air as well. So very spread out, very balanced number of TDs for our receiving core. And then defensively, a bunch of tackles for Perriman, bunch of tackles for Brown, bunch of tackles for Merrick. Yeah. Tackles for loss, 14 for Chandler Jones, 11 for Max Crosby, 11.5 sacks for Crosby to go along with that, 7 for Chandler Jones, 2.5 for Bilal Nichols. Yet need more pressure up front. You just really do. 2.5 from your defensive line is just not gonna cut it. Rock Ya-Sin with 4 picks, 1 for Brown, Jones, Harmon, and Hobbs. Brown, Jones, Harmon, and Hobbs. That just sounds fun. It's just fun to say. Yeah, ended up going 6-11, and the Ravens and Eagles meet in the Super Bowl. I can see that if Lamar gets healthy. Doesn't really sound like that's gonna be a thing at this point, but you never know. Any team can go on a run. Anything can happen, as they say. And checking out the season recap, the Eagles end up winning the Super Bowl 23-16. Miles Sanders is the MVP. Joe Burrow, MVP of the league. Cooper Kupp and Von Miller are your players of the year. And then your rookies of the year are Christian Watson and Devin Lloyd, of course, with injuries turned off. Von Miller, still healthy, wins defensive player of the year. In Sim, checks out. Consider that quite a bit. Bill's playbook is quite good for stack production, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to see what happens this week. Brought back everyone we needed to bring back. I don't really think we're going to mess with too many other free agency moves, but we do need to take a look at retirements because that's going to decide a lot of what happens in the next little bit here in game. So checking out the retirements, we need to go straight to one team, or I guess we could just go to his division. NFC South does not appear to have any retirees. And yeah, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady is not retired. Question is, did he sign an extension? That is the next most important part. Is he gonna be a free agent? Because, well, again, that changes a lot. Resigned. Buccaneers. They did not resign Tom Brady, so Tom Brady should be a free agent. So that means we'll probably hang on to Devontae Adams for at least this next year. So that being said, we'll take one last quick look at our free agents, see if there is anyone we want to bring back. Denzel Perriman, he's already regressing at age 30. That checks out. He has a pretty high overall though. I'd give him a 1-year deal, up the money just a little bit. That's fine. He's a pretty good player though, but yeah, Deron Harmon can go. Anthony Averett. I'll give him this contract. Give him the medium risk still. All right, we get Anthony Averett back for 1 year. That's a fine contract. I don't really mind too much. Jayon Brown. That's super cheap. I'll up the money and give him another year just so we have, you know, good depth at the position. All right, he doesn't want it. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really think there's anyone else worth bringing back. I mean, again, maybe Jerry Tillery, just because in game he'll be okay at start of. All right, bye. Don't care. Well, we need to move on into free agency and potentially sign ourselves a brand new starting quarterback. One Mr. Thomas Leopold Brady. I don't know his middle name. I just went with Leopold. Sounds like it could be Leopold, right? We'll obviously look at some other players too, but let's go ahead and get the big one out of the way. Still an 83 overall, only has one offer. I'll give him a 1-year deal. Up the money a decent bit because it looks like he already has an offer. Just, you know, see if we can actually make sure we land him. The Steelers are going after him. Well, that's not what you want to see. I'll give him the low risk money, but for only 1 year. I want to get it into the green, and we do get it into the green. So let's go ahead and trade Derek Carr. Move him on to his next team. Obviously going to be looking for a lot of draft capital here. And I do think they could potentially get a late round first for him. It just depends on the team. So let's see what we're going to get offered first and foremost. I might just end up drawing up my own trade and probably will just do that in the end, but want to go ahead. Actually, we should probably sign Tom Brady with our cap space first before we do that. Yeah. Let's not fuck that. Also, Derek Carr is down to a 74. What? What? Well, what else do we need to sign? Let's take care of that first. What else do we need? That's not the right thing. That's Coach Email. Such a fucking dumb joke. Definitely offensive line. We can definitely use a tackle, but there are a couple decent ones in the draft. Honestly, I think our interior is okay. Andre James, Dylan Parham, they can be fine for another year. I could definitely use a third receiver, and then defensively, we need an off-ball linebacker quite badly, and we need defensive tackle, and we need a safety. All right. We need a lot. We need a lot, but hopefully we can get some of these positions in the draft and don't have to worry about them all in free agency. We only have 15 mil after the Brady offer. Yeah, that's the thing. Taylor Rapp has superstarted of. He has 15 offers too. Jesus. Julian Love wouldn't be a bad short-term option. Mike Edwards. I kind of like the Julian Love idea, just to play free safety. Nasir Adderley could be okay, but has no real interest. One Thornhill might be good. I mean, we could definitely just play Trayvon Merrick at free safety. Maybe bring in a guy like Ryan Neal for cheap. Corner is something I definitely want to upgrade. Could bring in, you know, one of Brady's teammates. So it'll be comfortable in the locker room. Sean Murphy Bunting, that could be a good deal. Is our boy Greedy Williams here? He is, and he has max interest in the team. Well, Greedy, I have quite a bit of interest in you as well, my friend. So how about you be a little bit less greedy and you take a little bit of a discount? How about 3.5 per year? We don't have a lot of money, but you do want to be on our team. So, like, you know, let's work together, guy. All right, we'll give you a little bit of a better offer. We don't want the Cowboys getting it. That's just a no good. That's just not gonna allow that to happen. Only about 4 mil for him, so not a bad offer. Just, you know, if you can get it down a little bit, might as well try. Jermaine Pratt wouldn't be bad at off-ball linebacker. David Long's okay. Deion Jones feels like a Raider. I wouldn't be opposed to Deion Jones on like a short-term deal. Obviously don't have the money to go after like that. We do need defensive tackle. Javon Hargrave might be the guy. How much do we even have enough money to offer him? Not really. David Onyemata on a short-term deal. Derek Nottie. I mean, he's such a low overall. Olu Fadukasi, that's the guy. Olu Fadukasi can play defensive line, defensive tackle for us, so give him a 2-year deal as well. And I think we might be done. Terrence still wouldn't be bad to get a tackle, but like I said, there are a few decent ones in the draft, so I don't really feel like it's necessary to go after one here. Yeah. Make sure we're not missing out on any good receiver value. Doesn't really look like it, so yeah, probably not gonna sign anyone. Maybe we take a shot on like N'Keal Harry. That'd be pretty funny. Bring Brian Edwards back, who just somehow always has start out in game. Okay, here are our offers: Brady, Williams, and Fadukasi. We got all three. Boom. Brady Williams is actually going to be a huge addition to our secondary. Tom Brady obviously will be our QB for at least this next one season, maybe more. Depends on him, I guess. And then Fadukasi is obviously, good defensive line. Get good talent there. Now we can go ahead and look to trade Derek Carr. I have a team in mind, but obviously it's going to really come down to what we can get for him and what we're going to get offered. I want to pick. I mean, obviously these players are cool, but I want to see if anyone is going to offer us a draft pick, and it doesn't look like it. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is sort of the range I would expect Derek Carr to go in the draft, or sort of like the value. I think you could potentially get a late first round pick for him in like the late 20s to 31, 32. Obviously those teams probably aren't going to be looking for quarterback, but if other trades are made or whatever. But the Colts, they don't really have a first round pick that they're willing to trade. I did try it because, as you can see, they are picking 29 overall. They had no interest in trading that, which I can't say I blame them, and they probably have no interest in trading both of these seconds. But we also have to take on Matt Ryan's contract to make the deal work. Yeah, they're not really feeling that. Is it just Matt Ryan they don't want to give up, or what? Well, I want more than just 1 second round pick. But if that's what I have to get, that's what I have to get. But I have to actually give them more to get 1 second. Maybe if I get the other second, I mean, that it feels like I'm not getting any value for Derek Carr. A second round pick, like, really? I mean, I guess, I do think they could get a late round first, but we'll take what we can get. Hopefully they'll just take this 5th and it'll go through. All right, yeah. So Derek Carr and a 5th gets me a second round pick from Indianapolis. Very late second round pick, but it is in fact a second round pick. Now let me go ahead and take a look at our remaining salary. See if I can just get rid of Matt Ryan right now, or if I have to like eat a huge penalty. I shouldn't, because we traded for him, but you never know. Yeah, okay, we can cut him. We can free up 17 mil. We'll go ahead and just release him. Is there anyone else that we really don't need that's making just a shit ton of money? Colton Miller, no, we want to keep. Darren Waller, we want to keep. Andre James is fine. Yeah, doesn't really look like it, so we'll just probably roll into next year with what we have. We might take one more look at free agency just to see if there's any safety or linebacker available that might be interesting. It's 11 mil. How about that? Way better, way better of an offer. Yeah. That's the ticket. If we get him, we get him. If not, I don't really care. Did not get Jermaine Pratt. That is on Fort. Ends up going to the Lions, even though we gave him a better offer. A little bit annoying. Deion Jones is gone now too, so we missed out on that. We could bring in Drew Tranquil. Don't really know if I want to do that. How much you want, Drew? Would you like to be a Raider, sir? We sure would like to have you. We got Drew Tranquil on a really cheap 2-year deal to play linebacker for us, just so we have, a decent player at the position. Taking a look at the mock draft, though, we also have pro day results. We can learn a little bit more about these quarterbacks and just these players in general. Yeah, some decent value here. Isaac Jones looks pretty sick. at left tackle. Obviously, we can move him over if we need to. Looks all right. Strength is only solid. That's a little bit unfortunate, but looks to be a very good athlete otherwise. And ooh, for an agile guy, his run block finesse is only a C. Oh, he's a pass protector. Okay, thought he was agile. Maybe that changed. I don't know. But actually, you know, C finesse or C run block and power and finesse are only C. Okay. His run blocking, both power and finesse, are C, which isn't bad. So you'd assume his pass block power is also an A. This guy could be actually really, really, really good. Lead block is only a C, which isn't great. Pure run block is a D though. I don't know. I think Isaac Jones is pretty good. I don't know if he's worth a top 2 pick, which obviously we don't have. We pick at number 9, which does have us taking a different tackle. Tyreek Harris out of Auburn, who has even lower strength. That's a great change of direction, elite agility, great speed, really fast. 499 is ridiculous for a tackle. Okay. Yeah, only D run block power. B to D pass block power is a little bit concerning for a pass protector. Yeah, I don't really like the look of him nearly as much. But yeah, let's actually take a look at the prospects from this page so we can learn a little bit more about, you know, them in that regard. Paul Washington, top quarterback on the board. I'm not, you know, going to go out of my way to draft a quarterback, but obviously Brady isn't going to be here forever. And this guy looks okay. Great throw power. Looks to be fairly accurate. A short and medium, B deep, A awareness, B throw on the run. It'd be a pretty decent overall. Obviously a top 5 projection, so we'll need him to slide a little bit. We need a little bit of luck on our side. And there's another guy, Kevin Graves, another field general. Looks to be a lot less accurate, at least deep down the field, and a lot less good under pressure, but does have elite throw power compared to great. I want to say the other guy was. I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah. Also, A awareness, so he'll be a good overall. Well, let's talk about the safety that I mentioned earlier. Pretty sure it's a free safety. Yeah, Cameron Dockery. Looks like he could be pretty damn good. B hit power, man coverage, and zone coverage. C to D tackle. So he's a hybrid archetype. Could potentially play a little bit of slot corner for us. Only great speed. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's it. Did run a 4.43 though. Good change of direction, great agility. He had a lot of great to elites. I mean, he's probably still good, but not quite as good as we thought. And then there was a defensive tackle I liked a lot as well, Jermaine Dunn, who is also a top 10 projection. B finesse moves, A power moves as a power rusher. Only C block shed. 6'2", 301. Great strength, good speed, elite jumping, good change of direction, great agility, great acceleration. Looks to be a very, very good athlete. Could be a player we look at if he's there at our pick. Maybe. We do definitely need help at the position. So, you know, there's some good players here for sure. Just, what direction will we go at 8? Can we trade up? I mean, I'm sure we could, but I don't really think we have a ton of ammo to trade up. I really like Isaac Jones. If he gets past like pick 3 or 4, oh my God. Well, now hold on. Now hold on a minute. Vince Callahan, we don't need you, but what the hell, guy? A catching traffic, deep route running, pass block, medium route. Only D injury, but dare I say Vince Callahan looks very good. I don't think I'll take him, but shit. Only an okay receiver class from what I can tell. This guy could be good if these are A's, but they won't be as a playmaker. If he has A deep route running, he's fucking generational. But yeah, I don't know. He might be good. Probably not though. This guy might actually look pretty sick. Derek Kitchens, deep threat, has B catching traffic, deep route running, and release. A to C catching. Elite speed at 4.24. Elite acceleration, great change of direction. Okay, Derek Kitchens might be a guy. Derek Kitchens, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. If we can get the tackle, he might be our pick. Some pretty good running backs as well. Isaiah Poole could be quite good. And then the other guy was Brandon Jordan. Just the top 2 dudes. Look like they could both be okay. This guy's a receiving back with... Okay, he's probably going to have the lower ends of break, tackle, and vision, but should hopefully have an A in catching, I'd imagine. Dennis City receiving back. If he was an elusive back, ooh-wee, looking real good. Keith Coleman looks sick. Keith Coleman looks disgusting. A vision. Yeah, okay, he's not a good athlete, but very technically sound, it looks like. Yeah, there's a little look at the draft class. Let's go ahead and move ahead and potentially look to sign some of these or draft some of these guys, man. I don't know. I like the tackle a lot. I really like that receiver. Could potentially even trade down and get him even. We'll see. And I also want to know the true talent of that tackle, so I'll probably make him one of our focus players. Or our private workouts. Whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do Isaac Jones. I want to know his true talent. If he's top 5, then that changes a lot. I just want to straight the tackle, even though I was already talking about I want to do Derek Hitchens. He could be unreal. And then let's do... Do we want to do one of the running backs? No. Let's do the tight end for fun. Let's do Vince Callahan. I don't know. I'm not going to draft him, but I don't know. The corners look pretty sus in this class. And the safety wasn't as good as we thought he was, so why not? All right. Let's check out the tackle real quick before we hop in. He's round 1 to 2 talent. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate. Was hoping he'd be higher. Because if he was top 5, I mean, I would do whatever I had to do to trade up for him. Don't know Derek Hitchens, but we do know he only has B catching or B running, whichever one we didn't know. I'm pretty sure we didn't know catching, but I still think Derek Hitchens is going to be really good. So we might just take him at 8. Just depends on what's available and where he actually is on the draft board at the time, or if he even gets there. Oh, we pick it at 9. I thought we picked at 8. Well, that changes things. At number 1, the Falcons will probably just go with a quarterback. I don't think we're going to make any crazy trades. I think we're in compete now mode for the most part. So let's go ahead and just move on. The Falcons do go with quarterback Paul Washington out of Florida State. Isaac Jones goes number 2 overall to the Texans. Even though they don't need him, they have Laramie Tunsil. All right. You know, don't draft a quarterback. Yeah, no. Don't need one of those. Draft a left tackle when you have maybe the best left tackle in the league. Definitely one of them. Bears go with Blake Bonner, linebacker out of Tennessee. Jermaine Dunn goes number 4 to the Lions. Seahawks picking back-to-back here. After the Jets, of course, go with Gabe Dickens. That's very dangerous name to say fast. But another outside linebacker at a USF. Seahawks, with their first of back-to-back picks, go with Kevin Graves, the quarterback out of Wisconsin. And then they go ahead and pair him up with Terrence Springs, defensive end out of Oregon. So addressing both sides of the ball there. And right before us, the Patriots go ahead and take receiver Roosevelt Sullivan. So not the receiver we were looking at, but definitely a receiver. All right, checking out the draft board. Tyreek Harris is still available. I'm probably not going to go that way. Roman Wall, what do you look like? You're a speed rusher with A finesse moves, B2D power moves. Only 6'1", which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not exactly a good one either. I don't know. He's probably decent, but I don't know. I think I'm going to pass. Clayton Gray, another pass rusher. I'd be looking more interior, and the only guy I was really looking at was the dude who went to the Lions. So Cam Dockery, we talked about a little bit. Could be really good. Is a pretty damn decent athlete, but I don't know if he's worth the pick here. I think we might just try to trade down a little bit. So Hitchens is 12 picks down the board. I mean, if I could trade down like maybe 3 or 4 spots and get some, ammo for next year, we'll see if we can do that. I want to move down just a little bit. Bills are offering us 16 and a second. I like that. That may be a little bit too far. I might have to trade back up after that. But they look to be the only team offering a pick this year, which is obviously what I want. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. If we have to trade back up, we will. But we might not even have to. Only moving down about 7 spots, and our guy was 12 picks down the board, I want to say. Yeah, 12 picks down the board. We're moving down 7 spots. Maybe we trade back up around the Cowboys. Tyreek Harris goes to the Bills, so they get the tackle. Roman Wall, defensive end, goes to the Steelers. Lions, with their second first-round pick, go with Braden Griffin, a corner. Texans take Clayton Gray, defensive end, out of Miami. Corey Langford goes to the Cardinals is the name of that team. And I think we are going to go ahead and trade up here to the Cowboys because I want to jump the Chiefs. The Chiefs could definitely take receiver. The Cowboys could even potentially be looking receiver. but I do want to go ahead and ensure we get our guy. And if it only is 2 picks to jump up, I'll go ahead and make that happen. We have 3 second-round picks, by the way. Shout out Buffalo. Go ahead and give them maybe a 5th and a 7th to move up. That should be enough, right? All right, yeah. So 16, 129, and 208 gets us 14. Not bad. Some decent value. Probably take a little bit more IRL, but this isn't RL. This is Madden. So we'll be taking the receiver here, Derek Hitchens out of Ole Miss. Great speed, really good ratings. You never see these guys that actually have, you know, good key ratings. There's usually one that's like a D or an F. This guy has all Bs, elite speed at 4.24, great change of direction, elite acceleration. I think this guy's gonna be really good. So Derek Hitchens, welcome to Las Vegas. Does have a hidden dev, 98 speed, 98 excel, 94 change of direction. Might be, you know, very good kick returner as well as just a great burner, great receiver. Does have A to B kick return. So yeah, Derek Hitchens looking like a real good pick. Go ahead and skip ahead to the 2nd round here where we will reassess the board. Still gonna look corner, still looking safety. Defensive end or defensive tackle is never off the board. Luke Cox, fun name. Doesn't look to be the best. Let's go ahead and take a look at defensive tackle maybe, or even offensive tackle. Those are pretty important. No good. Left tackle's available. Obviously we can potentially just take a guard and move him outside because again, this is a video game. Marshall Edison looks very solid. We don't have to take him here though. Maybe we do need to take Troy Pitts here. 6'5", 330. Definitely has tackle size. Does he have tackle athleticism? Kind of. He can play tackle if we need him to, but it doesn't look that great. This guy looks sick. Quentin Cannon. That's an awesome name too. He's probably going to be pretty good. Again, just not a player we have to take at this pick though. Matthew Reynolds at center. Probably not. At guard. Actually, very weak right guard class. There's always decent guards in the draft, but not at right guard. Right tackle. Ooh. Mark Youngblood, around 2 to 3 projection, but has some very high key ratings, potentially anyway. Agile archetype with solid strength as well. Looks to be an insane athlete. We do really need a right tackle. We could probably take him with one of our next picks though. I don't think we need to reach for him here. Benji Meadows. A tackle, B block shed. Great strength. Doesn't look to do too much else well. Definitely a 3-4 end. Not really a 3-4 D tackle. Kenny Justice, cool name. Power rusher with C power moves? Absolutely not. Sean Wheeler out of Tennessee. He's gonna be the pick, but I do want to do my due diligence and check out corner and safety, but that's looking like the guy. All right, yeah, we're gonna take the linebacker here, Sean Wheeler out of Tennessee. B block shed, B tackle, B to Z pursuit and zone coverage, but does have elite speed and jumping. Good change of direction is kind of whatever, but looks to be a pretty solid player and a good athlete. We'll go ahead and grab him. Does have a hidden dev, 91 speed, 87 excel, 77 change of direction is quite low, but that's okay. We're not gonna be playing with him, so don't really matter. Pick again in just a couple picks. Luke Cox goes immediately after. And I think we'll probably go with one of the guards that we could potentially move out the tackle here. Not really in love with any of the safeties as much as I really want to take one. I think we'll probably just go with an offensive lineman here. Probably going to be Quentin Cannon. Maybe Marshall Edison. Which one looked better? I don't remember. Great strength, solid speed. I mean, we could just take both. Oh, yeah, Edison definitely has the better tackle build, but we can, I mean, we do need a guard too, so maybe we'll just go back-to-back guard. We'll go Marshall Edison here with the thought of playing him at right tackle. Hidden dev, 91 strength, pretty decent speed as well, good jumping, good acceleration, good agility, good change of direction. I mean, Doesn't really profile all that well as a tackle with low speed, but it's fine. And then hopefully we can get Quentin Cannon at pick 29. Might need to trade up for him, but probably won't. If he goes, he goes. Not the end of the world. Although it might be. He might be really, really good. Oh, I forgot about forgot Mark Youngblood. Shit. Wanted him too. But we didn't need to draft all of them. We'll go ahead and take Quentin Cannon here at pick 29 in the second round, our third second round pick. And he is also hidden dev. 87 strength, 81 jumping, that doesn't matter. 83 agility, or no, 83 excel, 74 agility. Pretty good speed. He'll probably start at one of the guard positions, maybe left guard. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But that's a good pick for sure. And then moving on into the third, where we can maybe take a safety in this range. There's one I kind of liked, but I didn't want to take him in the second. He's gone. All right, here's a thought. How about Cole Johnston at strong safety? He's an outside linebacker, pass coverage archetype, 6'1", 220. Does have A zone coverage. Not great pursuit. Could have decent tackling or decent block shot. And he has great speed for the position, which will probably be mid 80s. Low to mid 80s. All right, listen, take Cole Johnston here. 85 speed, 91 excel, 80 agility. He might play strong safety for us. We'll see. I think I'll just let the CPU handle the rest. Not a whole lot of great depth in this class, but we got the positions we wanted. We got the players we wanted for the most part. Did miss out on one of the tackles I really liked, but that's okay. We got a guard who we can move outside. It's fine. Draft recap. See how we did. Pretty well. Derek Hitchens is a 77 overall. Hidden dev. He will be our receiver 3 right off rip. 98 speed, 98 excel. Looks very good. Needs to work on route running, but has good catch and traffic and spec catch. I like this pick a lot. And then we had Sean Wheeler, 74 overall, middle linebacker. Looks to be pretty good. 91 tackle, or no, 91 speed, 83 tackle, playing up +3. 85 hit power too is very good. Good excel, good awareness. Block shed needs some work. This is a really sick player though. He'd be a super fun user to have with that hit power and speed. Marshall Edison, well, we talked about change direction earlier, but whatever. 6'5", 312. He's gonna move outside to right tackle for us, because we kind of desperately need one of those, and he will start. Last time Brady had a rookie right tackle, turned out to be a pretty good player. I don't know if you ever heard of that Tristan Wirfs. Yeah, he's pretty good. He does drop down to a 72 overall, but that's fine. Quentin Cannon, he'll probably start somewhere on the offensive line. He'll definitely start at some point in the rest of this video, but he's fine. Running back is only a 69. Cole Johnston's only a 64, so we'll move him to strong. Actually, the CPU drafted a pretty decent strong safety. Roderick Queen out of Ball State. Hybrid guy, 6'1", 207. Does have decent hit power and pursuit. Looks all right. I mean, we'll move the linebacker out to safety just to see what his overall is, but probably won't start, I'd guess, but maybe he will. You never know. That's his number, but 46 is a bad number anyway. All right, you play strong safety now, Cole. Figure it out. Actually goes up to a 67 overall, so he ties the, the guy the CPU took. Good draft pick. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the class. Paul Washington was a 76 overall. Only normal dev. Trash. Isaac Jones was a 74, so don't feel bad about missing out on him at all. We got a player in the second round who's only 2 overall lower than him. Startup, so yeah, we definitely got as good of a pick, if not better. Blake Bonner looks to be okay. Hidden dev on him. We'll check like maybe the top 5. I don't really want to waste too much time checking these, but it is fun to just see some of these players. Defensive tackle Jermaine Dunn was one of the guys we were looking at. Normal dev, don't care. And then the other quarterback, Kevin Graves, had a normal dev. All right, well, that sucks. What about the tight end? We want to know the tight end. We also want to know who the best player in the draft was. Vince Callahan was a 75. Looks pretty sick. Only 83 speed. It's kind of bad. 83 speed's kind of whatever. Listen, I've been spoiled by Jeremiah Wilkinson in Panthers franchise. Played ahead a little bit. He's very good and very fast. I've been a little bit spoiled. Who was the best player in the draft? Well, we got him. We drafted him. It was Derek Hitchens. He was tied for #1 in the draft at 77 overall. There's a couple other guys though. Running back Cliff Stanton, normal dev, running back to the Titans, and the other guy was a corner, Kenneth Foster out of Tennessee. Teammates with the linebacker we drafted. 95 speed, pretty good man coverage as well. That's a sick pick for the Ravens, who could definitely use a corner. Probably the worst depth at corner in the entire league. They have a lot of injury issues, but only star depth. Looked to be not the best draft class, all things considered. Safety in the second round went one pick before us and was pretty damn good. Another 76 overall receiver. There's a quarterback. Some pretty good players, but I think we did very, very well. Got a few starters at a few positions. And more importantly, got ourselves a pretty sick receiver. Check out the roster. See where we need to potentially make some free agency signings before the season starts. Obviously Edison will start at right tackle. We need another tight end on the roster. Hitchens at right receiver for a sign. Yeah, I'll fill out the roster with some depth. I might start Quentin Cannon over Dylan Parham, but we'll see. Probably should. It's only a 1 overall difference. Dylan Parham is only 24, but Quentin Cannon's 1 overall lower and is 21, so we'll probably end up starting him. And then defensively, Merrick will move over to free safety, and we will definitely do something about strong safety. I don't know yet. Probably to start the rookie linebacker guy, because that's fun. You know, the Raiders have done this thing with a guy like Divine Diablo. They've been drafting these small linebackers, these smaller safeties, which are bigger safeties, I guess, and then converting to the smaller linebackers. But Divine Diablo is 6'3", 220. He's not exactly a small guy, obviously, but linebackers are historically closer to 250. But the Raiders and a lot of other teams have been taking these bigger box safeties in college, moving them into linebacker to varying success. I say Divine Diablo is a pretty okay player. He's been not terrible, but yeah, I mean, we're doing the opposite here by drafting a linebacker and moving him back to safety. This was the actual safety, but you guys get the idea. All right, so here's what the team is going to look like heading into year 2 or year 1 of the actual rebuild, if you want to call it that. Whatever, either way works. But obviously Brady at quarterback, Adams, Renfro, and Hitchens at receiver, Jacobs and White at running back. We are going to go ahead and start Quentin Cannon over Dylan Parham at left guard, just because of development trait and age. Parham's what, 24, I want to say. We already talked about this and I already forgot, but yeah, 24. And he's like 1 overall higher than Cannon, or I guess 2 overall higher with morale. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Cannon's 3 years younger and has a better development trait, so we're gonna go ahead and start him. And yeah, there's the offense. And then defensively, Greedy Williams will start over Averett at corner. Johnston will be the starting strong safety. Wheeler and Diablo will be our middle linebackers. Brought in Jonathan Hankins and Taven Bryan at defensive tackle. It's not great, but it's what we have. And then our specialist tab is looking a little bit like this. Nate Hobbs as our slot corner. Renfro in the slot on offense, because that's what Hunter Renfro does. Although Devontae Adams playing there will probably be better for Sim, but we'll keep it true to real life. And then yeah, Wheeler sub linebacker, Crosby and Jones off the edge, and then Nichols and Fadukasi up the middle. Yeah, the interior defensive line definitely still needs a lot of work, but can only do so much in 1 year. The guys, you gotta give me something. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the mid-season mark, and we'll get this going. All right, here at week 8, we are 4-3 on a little bit of a winning streak. We started off 1-2, so we're looking pretty good. After that, I went ahead and changed playbooks because, well, I didn't want this year with Brady to be awful, so I went ahead and put him in his own playbook. So we're in Tampa playbook on offense. Who do we have who is ready to negotiate? We're gonna wait on Brady, see if he retires. Obviously, Nikhil Harry, just a bunch of guys just here from roster filler, but anyone actually on the team. Brendan Whitmore is an interesting guy we have, but probably not. All right, Averett can walk at this point. Bilal Nichols, wouldn't mind having him back on another short-term deal. He has a pretty big interest in the team, so we'll bring him back. Andre James is a maybe, and he's actually the only other guy that I'm even considering, and we can't even negotiate with him yet, so we'll wait on him. We could definitely just bring him back in regular free agency, or potentially even get an upgrade either in the draft or in free agency. So we will wait on him. National Focus Scouting. This is a pretty interesting draft class as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do QB because, again, never know when Brady's gonna retire. But let's take a look at the class. A lot of receivers at the top. A lot of receivers. Some decent QBs. Haven't really done too much looking at them, but a lot of receivers. 3 top 5 to be exact. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Keon Montague looks pretty sick at 6'5", 220. A catching, A release, B deep route running, and B catching traffic. Looks kind of disgusting. Great to elite, strength, speed, and jumping, and acceleration. If these are all elite, this is a generational player. He could have that generational build as a physical guy at 6'6". Actually, yeah, he's 6'6", not even 6'5". If he has 99 speed, 99 jumping or something, he could very easily see this player being generational. Then there's, another guy, Jamal Cooper, playmaker archetype, B to D catching traffic, A catching, A to C, B release. Not an amazing athlete, but these players are always really, really high overalls. So I don't know, maybe he's also very good. Remains to be seen. And then Jamie Gant, another playmaker archetype, B catching, C catching traffic, and release. Definitely doesn't look like the best of the 3, but again, some weird reason these playmakers are always around like a 75 to 78 overall. But I'm keeping my eyes on Keon Montague. He could be an absolute freak. And then some of these QBs, there are, let's see, 6 true round 1 talents, and then a round 1 to 2 guy in Paul Shelton. 6'5", 230. Doesn't look all that accurate, but does have, big arm, huge heckin' arm. Don't really want to spend too many time on these guys yet, but we'll do more so in the offseason. Scramble archetype Gabe Spellman doesn't really have the medium accuracy, but has everything else. Looks to be a phenomenal athlete and good to great throw power. If that's great, he might be a very, very high overall, very good player. We also have Sean Brahman, 6'5", scrambler archetype. Okay, B deep accuracy, A to C medium, A to C or A short, A under pressure. Great to elite throw power. Only decent to solid speed as a scrambler is interesting, but does have very good acceleration, agility, and change of direction. Jumping is good too. Not that it really matters, but Sean Brahman. I don't like his name, but I like the player. Alan Blanton, another pretty bland name, but looks pretty good as well. Najee Goodwin looks to be the most maybe have the best overall accuracy. Good. I don't know. Field generators are typically not the highest overall, but he could be great. And the top guy, oh my god, Cal Falk doesn't have the short accuracy, but does have a cannon, I would imagine. Only good to great throw power. Yeah, no, I'm out on him already. And then Tommy Carter, improviser archetype, A to C deep, medium, and A short and under pressure. 6'4", has solid good throw power, so kind of whatever. Could probably be a very good overall, but I'm very intrigued by Sean Brahman. So we'll look at him, and then I don't think there are too many corners. There is one top 5 guy. Jimmy Colvin does have A man, B zone. He could be a freak. Jimmy Colvin could be an absolute monster. Doesn't look to be a good athlete, but looks to be a very good technically sound player. Might be interested, we'll see. And then defensive tackles, not the class for it, but this guy could be okay. Jeremy Clark, 6'5", 306. Looks to be a pass rush specialist. Pass rush specialist from the interior, which is definitely something we could use. Could even move him out to 3 or 5 tech even, so. Got some pretty good players here. Yeah, we'll, worry about this once the time comes. This player also looks like Josh Brockers. He could be a monster. Yeah, there's a quick little look at the draft class. But that's not really the importance at the moment. The importance is potentially winning a Super Bowl this season. So let's see if we can get that done and if we end up in the playoffs or not. Very next week, though, we do have a breakout DB, and it's going to be for Broderick Queen, the strong safety. That's the actual safety, not the linebacker safety. So it's kind of unfortunate that the linebacker safety isn't the one playing, but we'll see if we can't get this guy dev up. That'd be pretty cool. Just get one of them up to start of, and then, yeah, maybe they'll end up being good for us. We did win the game, and he did get it. So, yeah, Broderick Queen, gonna go up to start of. Only plus 5,000 XP. Lame. But he has start of now, so maybe he's a long-term answer. We'll see. Another breakout challenge for a defensive back, and it's gonna be for Broderick Queen again. So this guy, he could be all of a sudden a very, 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 very good player. Needs a little bit more to get done to actually get up to superstar dev, but I mean, shit, if he can pull it off, might have ourselves a long-term safety prospect. I don't know, man. Probably didn't get it, but we did win. Not as good as Roy Walker thought he was, unfortunately. But I mean, hey, he's definitely progressing. We'll see. I finished the season 11-6, which is good enough for a wild card berth in the AFC, as the Chiefs end up going 11-6 as well. Guess they had the tiebreaker over us. Did have a weekly award winner. Let's check that out. Devontae Adams had a pretty good game. 11 catches, 143 yards. I'd say that's a pretty solid game. Also 3 touchdowns. You know what? Did good shit, guy. We'll take a look at the roster, see if we have any development traits, or I guess check out our rookie development traits. Probably more accurate statement. Cannon isn't starting. That pisses me off, but he only has star of. Edison also star. Hitchens only star. That's a little bit disappointing for a guy who was tied for the best player in the draft. And then defensively, we had Sean Wheeler, only star of. And then Queen got upgraded to star. A little bit unfortunate that we only had a star development, but had a bunch of star dev. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Unfortunately, the CPU will not leave my fucking depth chart alone and will not keep Nate Hobbs in the slot because he's one of our highest overalls, if not our highest overall corners. So therefore, he can't possibly play in the slot, even though that is kind of all he does in the league. Whatever. This game is terrible. You all know that. All right. Got that fixed now, though. Wheeler is our sub linebacker. Please stop changing my depth chart. All right. I really wish there was a way to just make them not do that. Don't really care about the week league versus mini stuff. Let's go ahead and sim this game. We might hop in a little bit later, but not the first playoff run. Against the Dolphins, we do end up picking up a 35-7 win. Massive dub. Oh boy. Brady, player of the week, threw himself 3 touchdowns on 370 yards. Also had a 5-yard carry. All right, old man. Divisional on the road against the Chiefs for a trip to the conference championship on the line. Can our defense hang? Probably not. No, we end up losing 33-29, and our season and maybe Tom Brady's career are over. Go ahead and let CPU handle all of that. That's a little bit unfortunate. Would have loved to make the Super Bowl this season, but just wasn't meant to be. The Chiefs do end up making the Super Bowl, and they will be playing the Cowboys. We'll see if we had any dev trait upgrades. We do have some upgrade, so potentially have some award winners / dev traits. And Derek Hitchens does go up to superstar dev. That's massive. We'll probably just do deep threat or maybe even playmaker for him. Probably deep threat, though. We do want his deep route running to go higher. And he is up to an 80 overall, as well as superstar development. That is quite massive. We'll check out the stats, of course, as well. Probably should have done that at the start of the playoff run, but forgot to. Gonna be honest, didn't even think about it. Offensively, no dev ups, but that's kind of to be expected at this point. Josh Jacobs really should be superstar. He's such a high overall, but whatever. And then defensively, also no dev ups. Dang. Oh well. That tends to happen. Sometimes you just don't get any, but we did get one, which was very nice. It was our first jump pick. Our offense put up a ton of points and yards. Our defense looked to be pretty terrible, which checks out to kind of our roster construction. We'll check out the stats. Tom Brady led the league in passing yards at age 46, maybe 47. Didn't have the highest pass rating, but that's okay. 29th in yards. We were first in offensive yards. We were 29th in defensive yards. Second in points scored, though. That's quite good. And 26th in points allowed. Yeah, our defense was pretty terrible. Brady was awesome. 5,300 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 20 INTs. Interceptions is a little high, but who cares? We probably should care. Josh Jacobs had a phenomenal year. 250 carries, 1,450 yards, and 16 touchdowns. 5.7 yards per carry. How does he not go up to superstar with a year like that? Where did that rank in the NFL in terms of yards? Top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he was number 6 in yards, so you're just missing out on top 5. But if he finished top 5 in yards, he probably would have gone up to superstar, but whatever, dude. And then receiving, Devontae Adams was phenomenal. 1,557 yards on 107 catches. Had 13 touchdowns as well. Aaron Waller goes over 1,000 this year with 1,033, 5 tutties. Renfro was good out of the slot. And then Derek Hitchens had a very good rookie year, 930 yards. Only 3 touchdowns, but as like a third or fourth option, that's pretty good. Josh Jacobs is very good on the ground as well. Josh Jacobs would have superstar, man. He had what, 22 touchdowns and almost 1,800 yards. Matt Collins was good. Josh Oliver was good in their roles as well. Defensively, Divine Diablo leads the team in tackles. Sean Wheeler second. Broderick Queen third. Brock Yassin up there as well. TFLs, 16 for Max Crosby, 16 for Chandler Jones, 10 for Fadukasi and Bilal Nichols. TFLs, or no, sacks, only 8 for Chandler Jones leads the team. We might need to move back to a 4-3, but I wanted to at least try out the Raiders defense for a full year. Yeah, probably gonna move back to a 4-3 just because they tend to do better in sim. And then interceptions, 2 for Queen, 2 for Morig, and then 1 for a handful of other guys. Yeah, definitely need to make some changes to the defense, but the offense is very, very good. We probably will bring Brady back for 1 more year if he's interested. If he retires, obviously there's nothing we can do about that, but if he's still here, we'll probably roll with him for 1 more year. Season recap: Darius Williams of the Chiefs wins Super Bowl MVP as the Chiefs end up smashing the Cowboys 45-17. Mahomes wins regular season MVP. Offensive and defensive players of the year are Cooper Kupp and Levante David. Rookies are Roman Winslow and Nicholas Malone from the Seahawks. All right. We have some probably just practice squad upgrades, and yeah, that's all that is. Really wish the CPU would just handle those like to do everything else. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have that turned off because I wanted to upgrade our offensive linemen how I wanted to. I want to make sure they improved in all areas rather than just in 1 or 2, or really just 1. But let's check out our retirements, man. Probably more important than you know, just going straight into re-signed players to look at it. Raiders, Jimmy Graham and Chandler Jones. So Chandler Jones is off the books. That's actually pretty good, but Tom Brady is still here. How much is he going to be looking for, and how low of an overall is he going to be? Because I do think, you know, he's got to retire at some point, man. But does he want to stay here? We were pretty good. He has a decent chance at winning. He really wants to be back. All right. He's Brady. We got to do it. We'll up the offer a little bit. And Brady is back for 1 more year. This will be the last year of Brady regardless. We'll probably still look to draft a quarterback this offseason. Because there are a ton in the draft that we can potentially go out and get. We'll let the rest of these guys walk. But yeah, we do have Chandler Jones' contract off the book, which is going to be massive in terms of cap space, because he had quite the hefty number attached to him. Here's a quick little, oh, Keon Montague is up to a number 2 projection. So maybe we get a little bit crazy and try to go get him. Maybe we say fuck quarterback and go get a potential generational receiver. Say that 5 times fast. But checking out free agency, where do we need to improve this team the most? I would imagine just defensive line. Like, we really, really need defensive tackles, like, desperately. That's, once again, our coaches. Can we add manage staff? Can we add this menu to the manage roster page, or just manage team? Can we get just the manage team button that encompasses everything? That'd be great. We need a center, or just another interior offensive lineman in general. We can figure that out though. We're fine at receiver. If we end up adding one, it's gonna be the guy in the draft. And then defensively, linebacker, we need an edge, obviously, duh. Chandler Jones is gone. We need another pass rusher. And yeah, maybe linebacker. I think we're just gonna go ahead and move to a 4-3. Let me go ahead and set the team up for a 4-3. All right, now we you know, switch things up to look a little bit better in a 4-3. Still gonna look defensive tackle because I mean these guys are fine, but we can definitely do better. Devon Diablo will move outside, and then we have you know, a hole at off-ball linebacker, and obviously we need another pass rusher. I think corner's fine. We could definitely upgrade over Queen at safety, but it's pretty cool that we have that guy, but we could definitely do better as well. So let's go ahead and see what is available. We should have a decent bit of money, around 80 mil, I think. Yeah, 77 mil. Nick Bosa, he's definitely, you know, out of the position we are looking for, and quite good at it, so that's an option. Jonathan Taylor's here. We don't need him. Justin Herbert. CeeDee Lamb. I mean, I said I wasn't going to sign a receiver, but CeeDee Lamb's pretty good. Now we're not going to go that route. Who do we want to offer on? Honestly, getting a really good backup running back might not be a bad idea. Are we getting good production from kind of nobodies? Like, CEH might not be a bad backup. Like super cheap. But he's really not the pass catcher he was thought to be at one point. We'll see though. Jonah Jackson at guard could be good. Andre James is a top center available in free agency, so if we want him back, we'll probably have to pay a hefty penny, but who really cares? We can just sign one. Mekhi Becton's here. That's interesting. We could definitely use a right tackle. I mean, the guy we drafted's fine, but he might be better profiled as a guard. We can also move Colton Miller into guard. We don't really need a guard though. We need a center, but I mean, Becton's here. He does have superstar dev. We'll just leave that be though. Grover Stewart, Ed Oliver. Ooh, okay. There's some decent defensive tackles. All right. Kind of have interest in both of these guys. Grover Stewart more the nose tackle. Ed Oliver more the pass rusher, but we'll see. Javon Kinlock could be cool as well. Bosa might have to happen. Montez Sweat. Ooh, kind of like Montez Sweat. He feels like a little more viable to hit free agency than Nick Bosa, because I just don't think Nick Bosa is going to be a free agent. I think he's going to get whatever he wants from the Niners, but we'll see. But he is here. We can, take advantage of it. It is a video game. Patrick Queen at off-ball linebacker could be interesting. Corner, Trayvon Diggs is probably worth a contract. Jalen Johnson is definitely worth a contract. Safety, Malik Hooker. John Johnson's available. Darnell Savage. Ooh, Grant Delpit. That's the guy. All right, I want Grant Delpit. I want probably Jalen Johnson. And then I want one of Montez Sweat and Nick Bosa. And then I want one of Ed Oliver and Grover Stewart. So we're going to be heavily focused on defense in this free agency, which I think is where we should be focused. So we'll go after Grant Delpit. He's going to be very cheap. Safeties are always super cheap in free agency, so we'll look to add a young thumper. And we can take that way down, actually, because he has no offers at the moment. I will give him basically nothing. How about that? You like that offer? I would imagine not, but unless you get a better one. Jalen Johnson feels like our best bet to get a corner here, so we'll go ahead and offer him about 11 mil per. We are way out in the lead on him. And then, listen, obviously Nick Bosa is just infinitely better than Montez Sweat. No disrespect, but Montez Sweat is just a really good player, whereas Nick Bosa is a borderline generational player and defensive player of the year caliber. Putting him next to Max Crosby would be disgusting. Although Montez Sweat is still good and way cheaper. So it's 18 mil per for Montez Sweat versus 31 a year for Nick Bosa. Honestly, at that price range, like 13 mil more for Nick Bosa is just worth it at that point. So maybe we do go after Bosa and just blow our load. I mean, we have Brady for at least one more year. Maybe we just try to go all in on Brady. We'll try to take this down to 30 a year for Bosa. Maybe he doesn't have any offers, but he does really want to be a Raider for some reason. That's so much money. I'll do like 17 and a half, so I'll do 35 a year. That's so much money. I'm gonna play around with it. I'm gonna go the lowest I can and have a 5-star offer as I can, guys. I'm haggling what this is called. 16 and a half still gives us 5 stars. All right, or 5 green bars, whatever you want to call it. 16 a year still gives us 5. I don't think 15 and a half will, but we'll try it. I'm only doing increments of 5 because I don't want to do anything else. All right, yeah, 16 is going to be the magic number. 32 mil a year is still a lot of money, but we're talking about 18 a year for Montez Sweat. I'd rather just pay the premium to get the better player. And then I want one of these two guys as well. Probably just Ed Oliver based on age. We'll just go Ed Oliver. Does he have any offers? He has a few. All right, but he also wants to be a Raider, so we'll do 10 and a half. I don't think we're gonna be able to get Ed Oliver, unfortunately. unless you want to way overpay, because we do need to save money. We do need to save money. As boring as that is, it is definitely a thing that needs to happen. How much is his low risk contract? About 12.5 per year. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. If that gets us, if we can get it all over for 12.5 a year, I'm cool with it. So that'll probably be our final offer. Still have about 24.5 mil left over to save. We could bring back Andre James. I think we can just do better in the draft. So we'll just let him walk, let him go sign where he wants. And yeah, I think we're good. So yeah, the guys are going after Arbosa, Jalen Johnson, Ed Oliver, and Grant Delpit, just going heavy on the defense. Everyone but Delpit is gone, and that's because we got all three. Osa, Jalen Johnson, Ed Oliver, all Las Vegas Raiders. Huge upgrades to the offense or defensive line, and a very big upgrade to our cornerback room as well. Delpit has an offer from the Dolphins, but it's somehow even worse than ours. The Jets are coming in with a real offer, so maybe we give him a real offer as well. This is still extremely cheap. I'd be willing to go up to 4.5 for Delpit, and that should put us back on top, and it does. And Delpit has signed on as well, so 4 massive additions to our defense. Absolutely love to see that. If I said offense earlier, my bad, my brain doesn't work. Yeah, our defense now has just rocketed up the overall charts and is now very good. Yeah. Still need an off-ball linebacker. Still maybe need even one more corner, because I don't think Ruck Yassin. Yeah, well, I guess he's fine. I think Ruck Yassin is going to be the other guy out, because we did just sign Greedy Williams. I think Brock is on a short-term contract, I want to say. He only has 2 years left, so we can potentially look to move him. But I do maybe want to get a little bit crazy and go get that receiver. It depends on how good he is. Let's find out. Let's go focus scout him. Private workouts. We're gonna go ahead and do Keon Montague because, well, I need to know how good of a player this is. Who else did we have favorited? We had quarterback. Only a round 1 to 2 talent. Sean Branham is a round 1 talent, we know. We'll do Jimmy Colvin as well. Forgot about him, and we'll do the D tackle. Perfect. Don't really need D tackle at this point, but we'll see. Yeah, I totally forgot about the corner as well. We don't need him, but man, all right. Oh man, I don't know what to do because I kind of want both of those guys. I kind of really want them both. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I don't know how, but we will. Check out the mock draft actually before we hop in. Has Jimmy Colvin, who is a top 5 true talent, going number 2 over. Oh wait, that's the first one. The final one now. Jimmy Colvin's going top 3. Okay. And Montague, who is also top 5, is going top 10. All right. Well, I want both. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get both, but I think there's a decent chance that both of those guys are generational. Let's see if we can pull it off. We are going all out for this season. We might go full LA Rams and say fuck them picks because we have Brady, we have our window. This is probably his last year on the team. Maybe we go crazy and just try to do whatever we can to get all of the talent in the world. Matt Calhoun, outside linebacker, goes number 1 overall. Now, I do think there is a very high chance of the Cardinals going corner, and trading up to number 2 might be impossible, but I'm gonna try to do it because they very rarely have good corners in game. And Byron Murphy, they have Corin Langford, who normal dev. This is going to be a very hard pick to get, especially because they have 0 cap room. But I'm going to try to get it. Let me see who their really bad contracts are, because if I can take on maybe 1 horrible contract just to get them a little bit of breathing room. They need right tackle, left end, and a couple outside linebackers and a guard. All right, do they have someone making like 5+ mil ish? That's really bad. Doesn't look like it. They just don't have money. How do you not have money? If you're giving 11 mil to DJ Humphries and 10 mil to Zach Ertz. Jalen Thompson's good. I don't feel bad about that one. Yeah, okay, that's why. 39 mil to Kyler Murray, but Gotta pay quarterbacks, I understand. How do I have no cap room? The team doesn't look that great. Do I have a tackle I can trade them? Honestly, I'm not opposed to trading Marshall Edison. I'm really not. At left guard, we have... oh, wait, that's why my depth chart is messed up. We have Mootsie. Do you want Dylan Parham? They have green interest in Parham. All right. And I will give you... 27 and our second rounder next year, which could be extremely valuable. So obviously we'll have to take on some cap because they have none. I'll take Lacita Smith and I'll take D Wallace. I doubt this even goes through. Yeah. All right. Might have to be 2 first-round picks then. Sheesh. I'll try 59. Bruh. I'm gonna take 27 out. I'll give you 9 and 59. There we go. All right. Super unrealistic trade, but whatever. So it's Donald Parham, our first rounder next year and our second rounder this year, to the Raiders for number 2 and a couple guys to make the cap work because, well, they have no cap. But at number 2, I think we'll go ahead and take the corner here. It's one of those things where if there are potential generational talents on the board, I'm gonna draft them no matter what it takes. So first pick is gonna be Jimmy Colvin. I think it's more of a position of need. He's 22 years old, A man, B zone, B catching, B press, and a man archetype with B zone coverage. Doesn't look to be the best athlete, but looks to be a very technically sound player. And I mean, 4.48 isn't slow. Like, it's not. But does have great agility. We're taking him. Hidden dev, 90 speed, 93 excel, 90 agility, 90 change of direction, 89 jumping, only 60 strength. He's probably not generational, but I think he'll probably be around an 80 overall. How do we get this receiver? He is projected to go off the board in the next couple of picks. And well, we don't really have many of those. We'll let it go 1 because I'm not going to trade for 2 top 3 picks. That's just absurd. Can I get up here to the Bears? We still have our first round pick this year. Bears have a ton of cap room. They have CD Lamb. They shouldn't really take receiver. They really should not. If they take him, then the game is bad. If they take him, the game is bad. They don't need him. I'm risking it. They didn't take him. They take Damian Bates, the defensive end, out of Louisville. All right, we're going to try to trade up to top 5. We're taking 2 top 5 picks. And I am much more confident in this player being generational than I am the other guy. So 27, 31. Actually, no, we might want to keep 31 because we might need to draft the center. We'll just try this. It won't go through. Almost does. They need a guard, a defensive end, a quarterback, another guard, and an outside linebacker. So we don't really have anyone at guard we can trade because both of our starters are listed at left guard. Yeah. Hold on. We don't have anyone at quarterback, do we? Which literally just Brady on our roster, right? Well, might as well be. Outside linebacker. Any interest in Divine Diablo? They do have some interest. I don't want to trade Divine Diablo though. Maybe we really sweeten the pot on receiver. We don't need Hunter Renfrow. 27 and Hunter Renfrow for 5. Not quite. All right, that's understandable. You guys want Bilal Nichols? Or Falu Fodakasi? Double overall higher. No. All right, that's fine. Oh yeah, Rock Yassin. We don't need him anymore. It's gonna have to be another pick. It's gonna have to be another pick, and I don't even know if we have the pick to make it happen. It'll have to be our second rounder next year. That's the best pick we can offer. All right, what we can do is trade up from 27 though. Let me go try to get a pick in the teens. So We try to get like pick 14, 15, 16, somewhere in that range. Just pick 15. Who was that? Broncos have pick 15. See what we can make happen with them. Can 27 and 2 4s move us up to 15? Not quite. Can 27, 4, and a 3 next year? I'm willing to trade my first 3 picks next year to make this happen. Ugh. All right. Can 27 and our better 4th round pick? No. 22 and Rock Yassin gets us pick 15 and a random right tackle to make the money work. And now we're going to call the Lions back up and try to get pick 5. So the Lions have Jonathan Taylor. Did I see that right? Yeah, they have JT now. You don't need a receiver. What would you do with that? All right. Oh, we got to back out. Unfortunate. Oh, all right. There we go. That's much, much easier to trade for now. Get to keep our 3rd round pick in this version of the trade. So it's going to be 15 and Hunter Renfrow and 123 will get us pick 5 from the Detroit Lions, where we will then use this pick to draft what I am pretty sure will be a generational receiver, Mr. Keon Montague, out of Penn State. 6'6", 223, nope, 221, 23 years old, does have A, catching and release, B, catching traffic, B, deep route running, elite strength, speed, jumping, acceleration, great change of direction, solid agility. This player is going to be phenomenal. He ran 4.24 at 6'6". No, this is generational. This is Calvin Johnson. We literally just drafted Calvin Johnson. Welcome to the team. 99 jumping, 98 speed, 93 change of direction, 97 agility. Nope, 97 acceleration, 87 agility. Yeah. He ran 4.24 at 6'6". What? Are you joking? Are you joking? Nah, I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. In a good way. In a very, 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 very good way. I'm going to go ahead and sim to the top of the 3rd, where I want to reevaluate the interior offensive line. But yeah, it costed us a ton to get 2 top 5 picks, but I think both of those players are going to be very, very, very worth it. Especially that receiver. That receiver is stupid. Let's see what's available here. Oh shit. Well, I skipped to my pick in the 3rd. I wanted to just skip to the 3rd round. Hopefully there's still an interior offensive lineman available, but I kind of doubt it. This guy looks okay. Shane Griffin, he's a pass protector, so he can definitely play center. 6'2", 312. Yeah, he definitely has size to play center. Doesn't look amazing though. Doesn't look amazing, I must say. There is a center day 3 available. Kind of looks whatever. And then at right guard. Yeah, not the best. We'll go ahead and take the left guard, Shane Griffin out of Ohio State, the Ohio State. Does have hidden dev, so he's worth the pick. He will start at center for us. And we will probably just let the CPU handle the rest of this draft. I don't imagine we'll draft anyone else worth a damn, especially after the first 2 picks. We literally just drafted Calvin Johnson, guys. What do you want from me? He's going to be like an 84, if not higher. He might be like an 86, 87. I don't know. I think the receiver is going to be stupidly high. Watch him be like a 74. Now there's zero chance. He has 99 jumping, 98 speed. He's going to be absurd. He's going to be absolutely absurd. The corner might be pretty bad, but the receiver, he's going to be stupid. Only 81. Wow. Only an 81 overall. I mean, he's very, very, very much worth the pick. Corner's only a 78. So a little lower than I thought. I thought he'd be at least an 80. Let's have 81 zone, 79 man coverage, 75 press. He's going to be very good. Just a little bit slow. Maybe he's a slot guy long term, but for now, he should probably start on the outside for us. I mean, he might end up being a slot guy. He probably will be. But Keon Montague, he is an absolute freak. I am so shocked that this player is only an 81 overall, and obviously, you know, only an 81. Like, come on. But 99 jumping, 94 spec catch, 98 speed at 6'6", guys. At 6 feet 6 inches. 98 speed out of the draft, 99 jumping, 94 spec catch. I mean, he's gonna be, if he's not generational, this is the most stupid player I've ever seen that's not. Guard ended up being a 74 overall, and then the CPU drafted some other guys. We're gonna move Shane Griffin to center, where he should be fine to play. 6'2", 412, low 300s, pass protector archetype. Sounds like a center to me. And he goes down to a 72 overall. That's annoying, but whatever, it's fine. We definitely drafted the best one in the class, right? Oh, there's another 80 at running back, but yeah, we did. Jamal Cooper was also really, really good. Yeah. I don't know, he's very good. I mean, we obviously got the better player, but these freaking, what's it called? Playmakers are always a superstar X Factor. Okay, wow. And these playmakers are always crazy good, crazy high overalls, but yeah, I think we did very, very, very well for ourselves. No complaints. Keon Montague's a beast. But I think we just drafted 2 slot players, if I'm being real. I guarantee you, I'll bet anything the CPU has them both starting in the slot. Okay, maybe not the receiver. Maybe he'll have Devontae Adams starting in the slot, but I guarantee you the corner is going to be starting in the slot. And on the specialist tab. Yeah, told you. All right, at the halfway point, we are only 4-3, which is very disappointing. Did have a tandem breakout thing going on for our receivers, Mr. Montague and Devontae Adams, but unfortunately Montague apparently is trash. This is the second time he's got that this season, and he can't get either one of them, so maybe he's not good. He's probably still pretty good, but let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup and see our development traits. Hopefully we have at least one superstar X Factor. And we do. Keon Montague is in fact superstar X Factor. I guess I don't have auto progress players on. Maybe that has something to do with it, but yeah, he is of course an absolute monster. We have Jelani Wood somehow. I'm not complaining. He's a good player. And oh, our center has superstar Dev. Okay, all right, he ended up being a very good third down pick. And then defensively, Colvin, superstar Dev. All right, he's gonna move up to CB2. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, we seem to be drafting quite well, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, 4-3 is a little bit annoying. Who do we need to bring back though? We should have an okay amount of money. We're gonna start running out of it very, very soon though. 46 mil. Bring back Nate Hobbs, Trayvon Moehrig, and that's kind of it. Obviously, Moehrig is a must get. He's fairly cheap as well. I might just up this a slight amount and we get Trayvon Moehrig back. And then for Nate Hobbs, still have about 40 mil. This is a fairly cheap contract for him. He doesn't really want to be here though, so I'll up it a decent amount. And hopefully he's back, and he is. All right, cool. Nate Hobbs has returned. He's going to be at the very worst a great CB3 for us. Divine Diablo, we might need to bring back as well, but I don't know. We'll see on him. He's been a little bit disappointing. And then Brady, if he's here, well, I don't know. This is probably going to be his last year because I don't think Brady plays 3 more seasons. Let's be real. But I mean, yeah, hopefully we continue to play well, maybe turn it up a little bit and, you know, get into the playoffs. We definitely need to at the very least be in the playoffs, I'd say. That's the bare minimum. Yeah, hopefully we can achieve the bare minimum. Right? Yeah. End up going on a massive win streak to end the season, and we finished 13-4, which is somehow a wild card berth. Are you kidding? What an actual joke. That's really annoying, but just I don't know why anyone would think I would go out of my way to force wins, but I don't know, people are weird. Yeah, we were 4-3 at the midseason mark and then just went on a massive 8-game win streak. Ended up kind of getting smacked around by the Broncos, but won 8 in a row after our bye week. So yeah, we're pretty good, no big deal. But how do we seriously not have a bye? Like, is that a joke? We went 13-4 and someone played better than us, and it wasn't the Chiefs. Who was it? The Titans also finished 13-4 and get a first round bye. Are you kidding? Because they scored more points? Is that how the tiebreaker works in Madden? Is it points for? Because they scored a lot more points than us. They scored 550 to our 492, but that's so tragic. I can't wait to lose in the wild card to a far inferior team. No disrespect to the Jags, but let's be real. We are a much better team. Divine Diablo with a breakout challenge in the playoffs, which is not something you see every day. But yeah, we are a higher overall offense, higher overall defense, higher overall. Obviously that doesn't mean everything, but we also won 4 more games than them. So hopefully we just win, please. Please, we went 13-4. Can we not lose in the first? All right, cool. We end up getting to the divisional to take on the 10-7 New York Jets. And Devon Diablo did not get up to start up. That's very tragic. He would have been an instant re-sign at that point. Unfortunately, was not able to do it. We are playing Quinnen Williams and the Jets here. We are a way better team than them as well on paper, but games aren't played on paper. Can we advance to the conference championship? Might hop in if we do. And we do 45-20. All right, so we are smacking teams around in the playoffs, as we should, playing as well as we have thus far. Brady, massive game, 5 touchdown passes, 350 yards. Nate Hobbs had a tackle for loss and a forced fumble, or no, just a forced fumble, whatever. Words are hard, but hey, we're playing very, very good football. Taking on the Ravens in the conference championship with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. This could potentially be Tom Brady's last game ever, so we will go ahead and hop on in and play the full game. We obviously will not be playing the game, but we'll just you know how you've seen rebuilds before. You know what I'm gonna do. Marlon Humphrey now up to superstar X Factor for them. Very good player. But we are a much better team in terms of record, I hope, and overall as well. So let's super sim and see if we can't make our way to the Super Bowl. Super sim to the Super Bowl. Baltimore jumps out to an early 7-0 lead. Vegas comes right back and ties the game. Baltimore again, offense just going crazy here early in this game in the first half. 21-14, now 21-21. Raiders come back and score again, 28-28 now, as the Ravens come back again. 10-point lead now for the Raiders, and we end up getting out 38-35. Ends up being an incredibly close game, an incredibly tight game, but we got the job done, and we will be moving on to the Super Bowl. What a year from the team. Absolutely massive. Brady, another 5 touchdown performance. He doesn't want to retire just yet. He doesn't want to go home because, well, there's a lot of jokes to be made there, but yeah, Brady, a masterful performance. 29 of 39 for 340 and 5 touchdowns. Rushing, Josh Jacobs had 100 yards. Receiving, Devontae Adams 135 yards, 3 tutties. Darren Waller had a tutty. Montague did some stuff. Jelani Woods, of all people, caught the 5th touchdown, but yeah, incredible game from the team. Incredible performance, and we are moving on to the Super Bowl. Who are we going to be playing? Who the hell knows? But we should hopefully have the advantage. That's all we can hope for. Who do we have? We'll go ahead and sim straight to the Super Bowl. No one cares about the Pro Bowl because we won't have anyone in it because we're playing in the more important bowl game. That's what's up. Although I'm sure if we look, we would have a lot of Pro Bowlers. But we are going to be playing the 12-5 Dallas Cowboys. We'll take a quick look at the stats, see how the team performed, see a couple of one leader, now a couple leaders, few. Our team looks at, okay, we did some stupid shit. We did some really stupid shit. First in the first offense in the league. Oh my god, we had 7,000 offensive yards, 16th in defensive yards, and 5th in points scored. How are we 5th in points scored with our amount of offense, and then 6th in points allowed? So yeah, Brady 5,400 yards, 40 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Yeah, unbelievable year at 57 years old. Josh Jacobs, pretty damn good year as well. 260 carries for 1,280 yards, 20 touchdowns, about 5 yards per carry. That's an incredible year. And then receiving, Devontae Adams, 1,800 yards, 20 touchdowns. Hitchens, 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Montague, 77 catches for 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns. Darren Waller, 870 and 3. Imani Aiken, 4th receiver, was pretty good. Josh Jacobs was a pretty damn decent receiver as well. Didn't have any touchdowns though. Jelani Woods was good. Yeah, 4 incredible options and then good role players. Blocking, who cares? Defensively, Sean Wheeler leads the team in tackles with 137, 30 or 90 something for Grant Delpit. 26 TFLs for Nick Bosa, 21 for Ed Oliver, 10 for Max Crosby, few for a handful of other players. 25.5 sacks for Nick Bosa, 10.5 for Max Crosby, 9.5 for Ed Oliver, 3.5 for Bilal Nichols. But yeah, 25.5 for Nick Bosa. I'd say he was worth every penny. And then 2 picks for Wheeler and Jalen Johnson, and then 1 for a handful of other guys. Oh boy, is that an NFL record for sacks? I want to say it is. I might be lying. It is. New NFL record for Nick Bosa. 25.5 sacks is unreal. And I think he could get there in real life. I think he definitely could. Let's go ahead and hop in. Nope. All right, see if we had any development trait upgrades before we hop into the Super Bowl. Doesn't look like it on offense. Where is our starting tackle? Why is Bayer Munford starting at right tackle when we have Edison? This game is bad. Probably shouldn't have changed it because something was clearly working, but that's stupid. And then defensively, Devon Diablo is up to start now, so he could have been superstar had he gotten that breakout challenge. No other upgrades, it looks like. And then in terms of specialists, I want to make sure this didn't get too messed up by me doing that, and it looks like everything is fine. All right. Well, let's hop into the Super Bowl, see if we can't come out of here with a dub, get Tom Brady one more ring, because he needs one. Against the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't look at the stadium, so I don't know where we're playing. Doesn't really matter. Could this be Brady's final game of his career? Is this in Jerry World? It looks like Jerry World. Might not be, might not be. Hopefully it's not. Can actually jump forward to the end of the game. Now there we go. Raiders start with the ball, get a field goal on the board. Cowboys come right back with a touchdown. Another field goal for Las Vegas. We need to put an actual touchdown on the board, and we do. 13-7 now into the second quarter. Dallas can't get anything going. Our defense is showing up phenomenally, but the Cowboys do score a touchdown there, making it 14 something, whatever. The Raiders come back and score 29-17. This is very hard to commentate. I'm not used to this at all, but we do win the Super Bowl. 29-17 is your final. Very weird final score. Is that a scoregami? Might be. Has there ever been a scoregami in the Super Bowl? I don't know. Someone let me know that stat in the comments down yonder. But we do manage to get ourselves a win here in only year 2 of the rebuild. Technically year 3 of the actual, simulation, but only 2 years into the rebuild, and we got ourselves a Super Bowl. Brady wanted to come to Las Vegas, wanted to win another ring, and he did just that. Might be going into a little bit of a transitional period here, though, as Brady gets the job done. Hopefully he'll retire. No real way to force him to, but I would hope he would after going out on top, winning another Super Bowl with his 3rd franchise now. And I would imagine also the Super Bowl MVP. I would hope so. I would hope this would be his last game. Only 230 yards, only 1 touchdown as well. Could be a defensive Super Bowl MVP. You never really know. 31-24 for a tutty. Dak had 3 interceptions. Yeah, we're probably gonna have a defensive MVP. Did have 300 yards though. Zeke with 47 yards. Josh Jacobs with a masterful game, 130 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, we don't really care about the Cowboys stats. Devontae Adams had a big game. Keon Montague caught the lone touchdown. Perhaps Tom Brady's final touchdown pass. Derek Kitchens, and maybe this one will actually, stay as final touchdown pass and won't get auctioned off for $1 million and then not be his final touchdown pass. Whatever he got auctioned off for is a stupid amount of money. You guys remember that story from the start of the season? That was hilarious. But also sad for whoever bought it. Darren Waller had a few yards. Who cares? Blocking. Who cares? Bunch of tackles for a bunch of dudes. No TFLs. Oh no, we had a bunch of TFLs. I lied. 3 for Max Crosby. Sack for Malcolm Kuntz of all people. Got the only sack of the game. And then interceptions for Greedy Williams, Jimmy Colvin, and Jalen Johnson. Were any of them for touchdowns? Any of them pick sixes? They were not. So I don't know. We'll see who Super Bowl MVP goes to. Hopefully it's just Brady, right? Hopefully it's just Brady. He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's Tom Brady. Give it to Tom Brady. Don't give it to anyone else. But a lot of interesting stuff could be going down this offseason, with Brady potentially retiring, hopefully retiring. 2024 season recap, excuse me. He's Josh Jacobs. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. He had 130 yards. Winning Super Bowl MVP. Raiders, of course, winning the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow is your league MVP. Juju, Offensive Player of the Year. Nick Bosa, Raiders Defensive Player of the Year. Sean Brahman, the quarterback we talked about earlier, is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then Jeremy Clark, a defensive tackle for the Cowboys, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Couldn't get the job done in the Super Bowl, could you, though, guy? Weekly awards. Jimmy Colvin would have been the other bet for Super Bowl MVP. let the CPU handle those upgrades, and we will ride off into the sunset. We'll probably do a couple more years, look to repeat, and look to figure out what we would do after Tom Brady retires. Because there's going to be a lot of questions for this team. Are we still able to compete? Are we still able to hang? Does Davante Adams still want to be here without a franchise quarterback? Let's check out retirements. Is Brady gone? If he's not, I'm not going to re-sign him because there's just no way. He didn't retire. Are you joking? All right. Yeah. We're just going to pretend he did retire. You know what? Yeah. Let's make this a thing. I'm going to move him to like corner and he'll retire. Because come on. You're 48, Tom. You're 48. You're a free safety now. You're 48, brother. You did everything you could. You won another Super Bowl. Go. No, I was gonna say start a new family, but that's insensitive. I'm not gonna say that, even though I just said it. Oh, do have 46 mil to look to re-sign some players. Folu Fadukasi. This is a fairly cheap deal. He's good depth. Maybe look to take the money down a little bit since he has such high interest. And he's not interested in the offer. That's fine. We want him back. We can get him back. Divine Diablo, I do want back. He went up the start of, and this is still a fairly cheap deal for him. Divine Diablo is back. Is there anyone else we want? No. All right. Brady's gone. He retired, guys. He retired. He retired. He fucking retired. Okay. Oh boy. Now what can we do about that hole at quarterback now? Because if we look at our roster, obviously we are Super Bowl talented. We just won the damn thing with our infrastructure. Obviously we had the greatest quarterback of all time on our team, but you know, need to replace that. Also still need another off-ball linebacker, but how necessary is that really? I don't know. It could probably, you know, probably still want to have someone at that position. But let's see what's available in free agency. We're looking quarterback. We're looking some other. Actually, let's check out combine results because that could change a lot of things. Oh, well, this changes everything. That makes my life a lot easier. There's 2 top 5 talent quarterbacks. Okay. John Gregory, 6'5", another improviser, has A deep, short, and under pressure, B medium, elite throw power, great strength, decent speed, elite change of direction, great agility, great acceleration, ran a 4.7. And the other guy, Jake Blackwell, also a top 5 talent, has the same attributes in terms of accuracy. A is for deep, short, and under pressure, B for medium, and then physicals, elite throw power, elite strength, poor speed. I mean, obviously the John Gregory is a better athlete, but this guy maybe has a little bit of a better arm, but John Gregory's arm is very comparable. John Gregory's the pick, so I don't know how we get up to him, but maybe Davante Adams demands a trade. Maybe he's like, all right, yes, you don't have a, I don't want to play with no fucking rookie. Get me out of here. Maybe we just trade Davante Adams for a top 3 pick. Maybe that happens. That probably happens. Let's be real. Because Davante, he's made it very clear before he will request a trade if he wants out. So gave all he could to this team. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Could also just sign Trey Lance, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, no. I mean, maybe Trey Lance, but come on. We don't want to steal all of the 49ers players, do we? Rondale Moore could be an interesting target if we do end up trading Davante Adams, but maybe it'll just be a position we target in the draft or something. We do need a 4th receiver, so. Who do we want? Even if we don't trade him, we do need another guy. Kadarius Toney could be decent. Someone give fucking Tyler Higbee a long-term contract, please. Fun player. JOK. Oh, well, that's the guy. All right. Don't need really any positions in the secondary. I think we might just go after JOK and call that free agency. Hell no, who Fungus here. That's cool. If we need a kicker, I'll sign Evan McPherson. I think we might need a kicker. I'll find out. But yeah, JOK is absolutely going to be getting an offer. Unfortunately, we have to pay him like a pass rusher, which he is certainly not. It's really annoying. I'm going to try to lower this a little bit. I also don't want him for 6 years. That's absurd. I'll give him 4. He's getting a Godfather offer from the Commanders, and honestly, I am probably just gonna let him have him because we have to pay an absurd amount of money to get him. 17.5 per year for a fucking off-ball linebacker. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, we're not going to be getting JOK as good of a fit as he would be. I'll give Jerome Baker a 2-year deal to play off-ball linebacker for us. I like Jerome Baker quite a bit. Really fun player. That should be enough to get him. And then if we need a kicker, I'll sign McPherson. If we don't, then I won't. I think we might. We still have Daniel Carson, so we don't need McPherson. We also still have AJ Cole. So yeah, we just don't need kicker punter. So yeah, we'll just sign Jerome Baker, and that'll probably be that. Got Jerome Baker, cool. So the mock draft actually doesn't have either of the quarterbacks going off the board until pick 7, and then John Gregory is supposed to go top 10. So that's interesting. I don't know how true that is, but I mean, if we don't have to take him, fucking, you know, top 3, we won't. Might not have to get as crazy as I thought we would. We don't have our first round pick, but yeah, the Texans actually didn't go QB. So it's Lions, Dolphins, Cardinals are the next 3. So the Lions have this quarterback, Gabe Spellman. He does have the QB of the future tag and day 1 starter tag, so they probably won't take him. But what if, and this is a team that has traded for superstar wide receivers before, what if the Dolphins were like, hey, give us that Devontae Adams guy. They have no cap room. You can get it done for Ogba, Chubb, and 3. If they'll take this, I'll do it. Oh, do we do this? This is so dumb. Devontae really wants to be in South Beach, man. That's the storyline, man. He just wants to go. He's making a lot of money. He doesn't want to get it taxed anymore. Nevada doesn't even have state income tax, does it? I'm pretty sure Nevada doesn't even have income tax. Devontae Adams, he's a Cali guy, Fresno State guy. Maybe he just really, really wants to play for the Niners. Maybe that's the team he demanded to trade to. Boom. He gets to go play in San Francisco. We get 2 first-round picks. Fantastic. Now, we get to use those 2 first-round picks to trade into the top 3 and select our QB of the future. Now, I know Devontae Adams, like, we should probably just keep him in all honesty, but we're playing with the, we're playing still with a little bit of realism, right? Because, listen, dude, he is one of the reasons the offseason got so weird last year, right? He wanted out, and it just set off a chain reaction of receivers just doing whatever the hell they wanted, getting traded for a ton of picks. Brady's gone. That was the only thing keeping him in Las Vegas after we traded Derek Carr too. We're doing right by him. Maybe he wants to go back to Cali. Maybe he wants to go play home. And obviously they have a sick offense over there in San Francisco. We get a couple first round picks in the deal. I'm cool with it. All right, so now we'll trade 20 and we'll trade their first. Let's trade the 2 first round picks we got. Try to trade up to 3. And there we go. 2 first round picks is just the number 3 overall. Where we will take one of the quarterbacks. The Lions are going to take one of them. Hopefully they don't take our guy. Hopefully they take the other top 5 guy. I mean, obviously, oh, they didn't take him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Didn't even take a quarterback. We could have just traded. It doesn't matter. I'm taking John Gregory. I just think he's a better athlete. He's taller. He's 23. I think they're both 23. He has elite throw power and he's a way better athlete. Only decent speed, but that's better than poor speed, which is Jake Blackwell, who is a year younger, but he's just not the athlete. So I'm gonna go with the guy who's a little bit better athlete. John Gregory out of Pitt. Normal development. It's fine. That'll go up after 1 year. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That is annoying. We'll skip ahead to the second and look to take a receiver who obviously won't replace Devontae Adams, but will be taking a lot of snaps for us. There are a few decent ones. Round 1 to 2 talent here. Nicholas Meredith, 6'4". We don't really need another guy like this, but he's not bad. I'll probably just take one of those guys with like elite speed. Calvin Griffith's another 6'5" physical guy. Decent speed. Don't need him. Leonard Stanley could be the guy if he has elite speed. Only good speed. Nope. Not interested. Randy Stevens. Okay, Randy. Does have elite speed, ran 4.3. We'll take him. 97 speed. All right, he's pretty terrible, but he's fast. Let's be real, we don't really need another receiver. We don't really need anything. We just needed a quarterback, and we got that. Might take another shot on receiver here. Tyreek Foster, why not? Normal dev, slot guy, might play. We'll find a role for him. We'll let the CPU handle the rest. Did we just draft all normal dev? I think we did. Oh well, that happens. That happens. Something tells me that quarterback won't be normal dev for too long, hopefully. Draft recap. He has a 76 overall, which is quite decent. Top 5 true talent, though, at 76 is pretty annoying, if I'm being honest. 94 throw power, 82 deep, a 79 medium, 84 short. Good throw on the run. Pretty good speed. He looks okay. It's literally only the development trait that's holding him back from being a beast. And then the other quarterback is probably gonna be like an 84 or something. He's a 77, so he missed out on 1 overall. And a development trait. Piss. 97 throw power. And honestly, comparable athleticism. He doesn't have tight spiral, though. Oh. Yeah, maybe he just sucks. But the Colts finally get themselves a quarterback, moving on from Derek Carr. Wow, everything in this rebuild just connects. Everything is just connected to each other. That's insane. That is actually kind of crazy, though. Top player was a corner, 77 overall. Yeah. Jason Ali, pretty good receiver. Yeah, he looks all right. But let's go ahead and see what the team is going to be looking like going into year 4. Maybe the final year. Probably not. We'll probably give this quarterback at least 2 years. Probably not 3, unless we just get completely hosed in the in the second year or something. Into year 4/3 of the actual rebuild. Gregory's going to start at quarterback, obviously. Offensive line is looking disgustingly good defensively. Here's what we have. Jerome Baker, new starter at outside linebacker. Colvin moved up to cornerback 2. And then specialist, we have Nate Hobbs back in the slot. Probably not going to start Foster as our slot receiver. We'll probably put Montague there. But yeah, I like the team. See you guys at the midseason point. Well, it only took 4 weeks, but we finally have a breakout quarterback. So this guy could go up to star development, which would be quite massive. Definitely needs to happen at some point, and hopefully I will be here. He needs to throw 1 or fewer interception to have 300 yards or 3 touchdowns. So hopefully he just doesn't throw a pick, because even if he has a good game, if he throws a pick, it's all over. Hopefully he doesn't do that. We won 55-31. Please tell me you didn't throw an interception, bro. Please tell me you didn't throw an interception. Let's go. Huge. All right, I got John Gregory has star dev now, which is enormous. Only took a few weeks, but I got to see the weekly awards for that game. I got to see the stats for that game. Oh my, he had an interception. I guess he could throw 1 or fewer, but yeah, 377 yards, 5 touchdowns. Okay. Yeah, he's insane. I got to see the team numbers for that, because 55 points, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points, guys. That's a big number. Actually, big number. I got to see the receiving stats, or I guess the rushing stats too. Josh Jacobs was fine. Oh, I mean, yeah, pretty good. Darren Waller popped off. Okay, that was kind of a waste. So cool though. We are putting up a ton of points. Who needs Devontae Adams? We don't. Week 8, got another one. Let's go. He's coming off a steroid week, ready to take that next step. You damn right he's ready to take the next step. So 1 or fewer interceptions, 350 scrimmage yards, or 4 total touchdowns. Oh, so he can have an interception and 300 yards, or he just needs to throw 4 touchdowns. So if he just has 4 touchdowns, then that could do it. Just throw 4 touchdowns, guy. Just do that. Obviously, this is also the week that we would normally resign players, but that's more important. We'll do that next week. I don't really care about focus scouting at this point either. 300. Nope. Nope. 31-28 was our win. Doubt he actually got the numbers he needed. We'll see, though. Oh, never mind. Another huge day. Upper echelon of signal callers. He's up to superstar dev before the end of his rookie year. Bucks playbook is broken, boys. We gotta see the number. We gotta see the numbers, man. We gotta see the numbers for when he goes up to superstar dev. We have to. We have to. How do you play? 350 yards, 2 picks, or no, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. 26 40. I mean, pretty good game. Pretty good game. Just, you know, 350 yards. We'll take it. We'll take it. But yeah, the halfway point, we are 6-2, looking really good. Who needs Brady? Who needs Devontae Adams? We sure shit don't. Maybe to win in the playoffs, but we ain't there yet. Colton Miller needs a new contract. AJ Cole, I mean, we'll worry about our special teamers in the offseason. Tani Muti, we need, we do have a ton of money now. We're not tied down to Brady, so we are, we're doing the thing. We're doing the darn thing. I want Colton Miller back, so we'll give him a low risk deal. That's a lot of money, but he is a franchise left tackle, so I'm cool with it. We get Colton Miller back, and then Tani Muti. That's unbelievably cheap. Okay, I'll honestly, yeah, whatever you want, bud. Sure. That's, yeah, take the money, dude. It's 5. Oh no, you shouldn't have. You want, that's a very low risk offer. That's like the most you would ever ask for. Oh no, I don't know if I can do that, guy. That's just asking for way too much. Bilal Nichols, I'll give him another 1-year deal if he'll want to come back, and he's back. All right, cool. Just keep our depth. You can look to upgrade Bilal, but he's fine. But yeah, obviously this season is going incredibly well. Let's see if we can continue that, and I'll meet you guys at the playoffs. Hopefully we are in them. Oh boy, look at this, week 15, and we have a chance to get our quarterback up to superstar X Factor. John Gregory is, yeah, he's just on another level. Needs 400 yards or 4 touchdowns. Yeah, started on his normal dev. He might be X Factor before the end of his rookie year. Might just be X Factor by the end of his rookie year. We did lose the game, but maybe he had a huge amount of yards. Probably not, but yeah, I don't know. I guess he didn't get that, but he got the first 2, so who really cares? He'll probably get up to X Factor at the end of the season because he's probably having a monster season. Let's be real. Well, we went 12-5, which again, not good enough for a bye. I don't know what we have to do to get a bye week. I don't know what we have to do to get a first round bye. The Ravens went 14-3, so apparently we have to go 15-2 to get a bye in the AFC. The AFC is crazy. We did finish ahead of the Chiefs though, which is an achievement in and of itself. An achievement. I'm fucking hilarious. Please subscribe. Either way, we are ready to go ahead and sim this game. Probably won't hop in anymore unless it's a Super Bowl, but I don't know. Against the Steelers in the wild card, we managed to pull off the dub 42-28. We are popping off, as the kids say. Got the Bills in the divisional. Trip to the conference championship on the line. We are the home team, and we managed to come out with a 1-possession win. Don't know why I said that so weird, but yeah, 28-21, 1-score win. That's the more appropriate answer, or more appropriate way to say that. Gregory is absolutely insane. Is it John Jordan? I don't fucking remember his first name. But yeah, 36-51, 375 yards, 4 tutties. He's yeah. Maybe if he had that game when he was trying to go up to Superstar X Factor, he'd be Superstar X Factor right now. But unfortunately, he is not. Let's see if we can make Super Bowls in back-to-back years. This time with a rookie quarterback. I think we have a pretty good chance. Playing the Ravens, they are 14-3. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost though, but I think we're better. I think we're better. And we are making it to the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year to face the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons. Let's check out the schedule, see how we ended up winning that past game. 28-19 was the final, so another basically 1-possession game. Let's check out the stats. You see what I see. John Gregory is his name. Yeah, we all see that. We all see that. Led the league in passing yards because, well, Bucks playbook. We were first in offensive yards, 7,300, even more than last season. Oh my God. If John Gregory doesn't win MVP, this shit's rigged. First in defensive yards as well. First in points scored. And 10th in points allowed. Oh, God damn it. Oh yeah, John Gregory, unbelievable year. 5,400 yards, 45 touchdowns. Did have 21 picks, but come on, who cares? Rushing, Josh Jacobs, 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5.4 yards per carry. He's been worth every penny of the extension we gave him. And then we had 4 receivers go over 1,000 yards, including the rookie, Randy Stevens, who we didn't even really like all that much, going over 1,000 yards. But yeah, Montague, 1,400, 13 touchdowns. Derek Hitchens, almost 1,200 yards, 7. Stevens, 1160 and 9 touchdowns. Darren Waller, 1100 yards, 14 touchdowns. Barely talked about him this rebuild, but he's been consistently going crazy. Josh Jacobs, another good season on the ground as well, or through the air. Backup tight end, caught a tutty. Backup running back, caught a tutty. Defensively, ton of tackles for Sean Weber. Oh my God. 18 tackles for loss for Ed Oliver, 17 for Nichols, 15 for Bosa, 13 for Max Crosby, and then sacks. 21.5 for Bosa, 18.5 for Crosby, 15 for Ed Oliver. No one else did anything, but when you're getting this much production out of your top 3 guys, who gives a shit? So that's what, 39, 40 sacks between 2 players, 55 sacks between 3 guys. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And then interceptions, 2 for Hobbs, 2 for Johnson, 1 for a few other guys. Yeah, what a year. What a fucking year. Let's go ahead and see if we had any dev ups. We should be looking at a superstar X Factor quarterback, I would hope. Actually, we just have upgrades. For John Gregory, who doesn't have X Factor. Are we joking? I guess the interceptions had a lot to do with that, but yeah, he's superstar dev now. He's unbelievable. 94 throw power, 87 deep, 86 short, 84, or no, 86 medium, 84 short. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Josh Jacobs finally up to superstar dev. Darren Waller up to superstar X Factor. Stevens doesn't get star dev somehow. That's a travesty. But yeah, we have our, yeah, we are going crazy defensively. Ed Oliver up to X Factor. Our entire defensive line is almost X Factor. That's ridiculous. Jerome Baker up the star. Yeah, Nick Bosa literally can't even spin these upgrade points. He's the most true 99 overall you could possibly be. Yeah, this is ridiculous. This team is absurd. What a first rebuild video, guys, honestly. Hopefully they all go this well, but we can rest assured that, you know, they won't because Madden, but maybe they will because Madden. Crazy that I can say that and it actually makes sense. Jadeveon Clowney's old ass is up to superstar X Factor over there. My God. But they got in the water over in Atlanta. Hopping in, trying to go back-to-back Super Bowls, and we're playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium as the away or as the home team. The Falcons are the away team. Something tells me they have a home field advantage. Call me crazy. Tie game here late in the first quarter, though. The Raiders will go ahead and take a 14-7 lead. Falcons come back with a field goal. Raiders go back up with another touchdown, 21-13 now into the third. Our defense is holding strong, but the Falcons go ahead and put another touchdown on the board, making it 24-20. Nope, it's going too fast. 39 seconds to go. We have the ball. Tie game in the fourth quarter. We are punting. Absolutely not. There is no shot we're punting. We'll go ahead and hop in here. 4th and 4. They're kind of asking me to run, but we'll go ahead and throw the ball here. Hitchens, Montague. All right, we're just trying to figure this out. Montague wide open up the seam, and there we go. Pick up the first down. We'll go into the no huddle. Actually, the Falcons will call a timeout. That works for us too. See if we can't come out of here with a dub. 31. All we really have to do is waste this final timeout and just kick a field goal, and we are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. So let's go ahead and just try to get them to use this last timeout. Don't know how difficult it is going to be to run the ball here on All Madden, but looks to be pretty easy. Hopefully I am on All Madden. I should be. I don't think I changed it. Are they going to save this timeout to ice us? It would appear so. Are they not going to ice us? If they're not going to ice us, well, then we just win. Or maybe Daniel Carlson has the can't ice me thing. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Doesn't really matter. Oh, shit. That might be way too slow. Okay, there we go. Holy crap. That went so slow. We almost risked, not kicking it. Oh, we get the field goal there. And that will be back-to-back Super Bowls for the Las Vegas Raiders on a walk-off Daniel Carlson field goal, which had absolutely no suspense, but hey, we'll take back-to-back Super Bowl wins. We already saw the celebration. It's just Tom Brady's old ass isn't there. Let's go ahead and can we check the game summary? There's no way to check the settings. All right, who really cares? We'll just see the stats. You won the Super Bowl on rookie. You won like Super Bowl on rookie. It doesn't count. First off, who cares? It's a video. Second off, All Madden. All right, there you go. yeah, back-to-back Super Bowls. Maybe we just go until we lose. Maybe we just go until we lose. Who knows? 2024-25 season recap. These Raiders go back-to-back. John Gregory is your Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins league MVP. Nick Bosa back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. John Gregory Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that all makes sense. And I think we're pretty much good to just hop straight into the next season. I don't really think there's much else we need to do to this team. Just bringing guys back at this point. I don't think there's really any positions we can upgrade. We'll probably have some fifth-year options to pick up. I don't know. We still have a ton of money, though, because we're not paying a quarterback anymore. We're not paying Devontae Adams anymore. We kind of have a shit ton of money, but the only guy we're really paying is Nick Bosa. And he's kind of worth it. So let's see. I think Max Crosby will be a free agent next season. So we're going to start running into some problems bringing some guys back, but I don't think there's anyone we really need to re-sign here. We have 90 mil. I mean, AJ Cole and Daniel Carlson. I mean, I'll probably just, I mean, how much is there? Low risk. I mean, bring that down a little bit. All right, Carlson's or AJ Cole's back. Carlson. See if there's anything in free agency that we could even possibly want. Maybe a receiver. Oh, Devo's like, I don't want to play with that fucking diva. That fucking Devontae Adams guy. Get me out of here. Ooh, Kyle Hamilton is here with Superstar X Factor. Yeah, I'm down. Just a player we don't need, a luxury signing, but it's a really fun luxury signing. And he's fairly cheap as well. I'm gonna make sure we get him. I'll do 10 a year over 5 for Kyle Hamilton. All right, we got Kyle Hamilton. We don't need him, but I want him. He's a Superstar X Factor. He's sick. Kyle Hamilton's an awesome player. I want him. And he was fairly cheap. We only spent 10 mil on him. Like, come on. No brainer. No brainer. And we still have 70 plus mil. Yeah, no, let's just skip straight to the draft. There's a sick player. We'll take him. Yeah, it's kind of where we're at this point. We don't really need to do much else. We do have our first round pick. Not sure how I managed to pull that off, but we do have one. Lance Weatherford, okay. I thought that was a very different last name. Well, let's skip to our pick. Don't really know what we're gonna be looking for, but probably just receiver. Probably try to upgrade the position in any way if we can, but probably not gonna be possible at this point. Josh Wilson. No, I mean, this guy looks okay. We'll take him. Why not? Josh Wilson. Looks decent. Playmakers are usually weird overalls. Normal dev. I mean, he probably won't play. It's fine. A couple of these tight ends down the board look pretty good. Stephen Henry looks kind of insane. So does Philip Sullivan. Maybe we take both. We'll take Philip Sullivan here. In the, I think we're in the second. He actually doesn't, he's probably gonna be good. Fuck it, let's take him. Hidden dev, worth. Gonna get back up tight end as Darren Waller starts to get up there in years. And if that other guy is available at the end of the third, we'll take him too. I'm not afraid to double up. I'm not afraid to double up. And he isn't, unfortunately. So I can't double up. Fringe. This defensive tackle actually looks pretty good. Jeremiah Wallace. For around 3 to 4 guy anyway. Let's have A tackle, C finesse moves, and power moves. C to F block shedding. I'd imagine that's a C. Elite strength. We'll take him. Hidden dev. What a pick. What a pick, dude. I'm so good at this. Let CPU handle the rest. Receiver ended up being a 74. Tight end's also a 74. D tackle's a 71. CPU took a random 70 overall running back. Normal dev, who cares? Couple of decent guys on the board. We don't really care about the draft at this point, but I don't know. See who the best player was. Really bad draft class, only a 76 overall. Disgusting. He went the third too. What a shit draft class. All right, team for what could be the final year. Depends entirely on whether or not we win the Super Bowl for a third straight year, but yeah. Offense looks unbelievable. For some reason, CPU keeps trying to move Edison to back up left tackle, even though he's literally listed at right tackle. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't end up playing a factor, but yeah, this team is unbelievable. Thinking about moving Grant Delpit over to outside linebacker. Maybe he's a higher overall than Divine Diablo. We'll see. Because I don't want Grant Delpit to not play. I like Grant Delpit a lot. So We'll see if he's a higher overall at outside linebacker. And he is. All right, he'll start over there. So Quinn is backup safety. CPU drafted another decent backup safety. Kyle Hamilton obviously will stay at strong safety. And yeah, Montague in the slot. See you at the halfway point. Or maybe just the playoffs. Yeah, we'll just go straight to the playoffs. If I have to resign people, I'll resign them. Don't worry about it. Another chance for our boy Gregory to go up to X Factor in season. Thought I'd go ahead and give you guys this update, see if he can do it. I'm sure he probably won't, but you know, if he does, it'd be pretty cool, right? It'd be super cool if he could pull that off. Oh my God, we won 52-31. Show me Superstar X Factor. He's definitely our X Factor. Yup. John Gregory, Superstar X Factor. He continues to just dominate, dude. This team is something special. I gotta see the stats, dude. How can I not want to see the stats? How can I not want to see the stats from that game? Gotta check the box score. Just gotta. .400 yards, 6 touchdowns, 27 of 36. Are you serious? What is this team, bro? Touchdown for Montague, touchdown for Waller, 2 for Tyreek Foster, who shouldn't even be playing, but fuck it, he's good. And then Josh Jacobs also had 1. We have a ton of money to bring these guys back, but there are a lot of very impactful free agents. Unfortunately, we have to play Grant Delpit like an edge rusher now because the game is actually brain dead. Same thing with Jerome Baker's not as bad. I'll give him like a 2-year deal. All right. So Grant Delpit will be gone. That's fine. But Darren Waller, Max Crosby are going to be quite expensive. Derek Kitchens doesn't really want to be here, but he'll be here. Darren Waller is also just going to be here. Yep, he is. I still have 96 mil. How much is Hitchens asking for? That's not even a lot. He's good, young, worth the contract. Unfortunately, we didn't get him, but Max Crosby, yeah, he's gonna want a lot. He's gonna want a lot. He's gonna want a lot. Yeah. All right, we got Max Crosby back. Oh, well, there goes a lot of the money we had. You have got to be kidding me. We cannot get a first down bye no matter what we do. Go 14-3, but the Chiefs went fucking 15-2. Yeah. Well, we're playing the Dolphins again for like the 5th time in this video. 9-8. Well, the good news is we are very battle tested in these wild card runs because that's all we've done. We do pick up another win, 36-34. Man, they almost ended our run. We're playing old ass Derrick Henry, who's still a 97 overall, but he is like probably 34 or 35 at this point. And the Tennessee Titans. They are the home team though, which is tragic. And the Titans of all teams end our run and end the video. Did have a weekly award winner though. We'll see who that was. Colvin had a pick. Good for him. But unfortunately, that is going to do it. We'll go ahead and take one last look at the team. Go ahead and go straight into the offseason just to, you know, see how we ended up doing. Team ended up being awesome. The Brady stuff was really, really fun. Won a Super Bowl with Brady. Went back-to-back with a rookie quarterback. The rookie quarterback ended up getting up the Superstar X Factor within a season and a half. This was a ton of fun, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it as much as I did as the Giants go ahead and knock off the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Appreciate that, fellas. And David Long Jr., the linebacker, wins Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow, League MVP. Deebo Samuel, Offensive Player of the Year. Nick Bosa, 3rd straight Defensive Player of the Year. And then some other guys won Rookies of the Year. Who cares? No one on our team. Upgrades again. Who really cares? Josh Jacobs up to a 99 overall. Probably can't even use that. Actually, no, you can definitely use that for receiving back. But yeah, absolutely unbelievable roster. Absolutely loaded with talent. Really fun rebuild. We got a quarterback up to Superstar X Factor, like I said, within a year and a half. Superstar X Factor running back Josh Jacobs finally got upgraded to that, which he probably should have been from the start, if we're being real. Hitchens was a sick draft pick at the first year. Generational receiver Keon Montague, 6'6", 99 speed now. He's unbelievable. Keon Montague is so sick. One of my favorite players I've ever drafted for sure. And then defensively, brought in Nick Bosa, ended up being a beast. Brought in Ed Oliver, ended up being a beast. Max Crosby was a monster all throughout. Signed some sick corners, drafted a really good corner as well. Got up a superstar dev. Linebacker room was never anything crazy, but good enough. Brought in Kyle Hamilton for the last year just because we could. And the messed up thing is, we were able to bring Max Crosby back. We were able to bring Hitchens back. And we were able to bring our starting tackle and guard back. And we still have 78 mil. because we're not having to pay a quarterback or Devontae Adams. Yeah, this team is a cheat code. We did this about as well as we could, managing our money, managing the cap, managing the roster. 3 straight years with over 7,000 offensive yards. First in offensive yards and defensive yards. Second in points scored. And we were also second in points allowed. Just absolutely dominant team. 48 touchdowns to 18 interceptions for Gregory on over 5,000 yards. Josh Jacobs, another unbelievable year, probably his best year actually. 286 carries, 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6.5 per carry. That is an unbelievable year from Josh Jacobs. Keon Montague, almost 1,200 yards, 13 tutties. 1,100 yards for Derek Kitchens, 6 tutties. Darren Waller was just Mr. Consistent throughout, 940 yards, 12 tutties. Tyreek Foster, random guy, was good. Randy Stevens, random guy, was good. But yeah, I was all about the top 3 dudes. Just phenomenal years. And then defensively, I'm sure some just stupid stuff from Nick Bosa. Again, Wheeler leads the team in tackles. 14 TFLs for Bosa, 14 for Ed Oliver. Max Crosby, a lot. 22 sacks for Nick Bosa. We've had him for 3 years. All 3 years he's gone over 20 sacks. Ed Oliver with 15, 11 for Max Crosby. 4 picks, imagine. 4 picks for Jalen Johnson. So yeah, there's the final stats. Final team ended up being absolutely awesome. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. This was a ton of fun. Let me know what team you want to see me rebuild next, and I'll be sure to get to them at some point. Panthers franchise, probably within the next day or two, because this is going to take a long ass time for me to edit. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Thanks to you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.